Trying to see if I'm on here yet. It's my first time going live, y'all, so be a little patient with me. You know what I mean? Um, they decided to go live because people have been requesting to go live or whatnot. One second, y'all. Try to get this- I gotta cut this down. Hold on, y'all. Let me hit this mute button, then I can go live. Well, okay. All right. Like I said, it's my first time going live. I hope everything works out just fine. Now, welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. This is a men's channel with men content. If that is something that you enjoy watching, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the show. Now, gentlemen, let us get into it. Now, if anyone wants to be a part of this live stream, you're more than welcome to. Just contact me so I can send you the link and we can discuss this. I'm going to give you a brief monologue of the show. Today's topic is going to be about Black women. What do you have to bring to the table? I want to know what you have to bring to the table, Black women. Now, let's get started. When you ask a woman what she has to bring to the table, a lot of times women get offended because for some reason women feel and believe that they should be the ones that should be the recipient of any type of financial generosity. They feel they should have their hands in the man's pocket and they feel they should not bring anything to the table. Now, when a man asks a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? It's just another way of a man asking you, is there any use to you? Will there be any type of accessibility to any benefit if I decide to be with you? A man wants to know, like, can you be of any use to me? When a man asks a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? We want to know, ladies, can we use you for something? We need a woman that's going to be productive in our lifestyle. We need a woman that can help us get to what we need to. That's why a woman is called a help meet because she's supposed to help meet our goals. She's not supposed to just look pretty, just look sexy and give us sex. You're not supposed to do that. Women, are you going to be of some type of benefit for a man? We don't want no lazy heifers out here. We need someone that's going to stand beside us, not in front of us, because we don't believe in partnerships. Men are leaders, and you are the followers. You're supposed to stand behind us on the side of us. You're not supposed to be in front of us leading. And the thing is, a lot of you beta male simps have got these women thinking that. That's the problem. So again, ladies, what do you have to bring to the table? Are you going to be useful to a man? Or do you expect the man to be the useful one? The one that makes things happen, the protector and the provider, while you sit back and just receive all the time. We don't want women like that. So let's get down to the subject matter a little bit deeper. When you ask a woman, what does she have to bring to the table, you'll find a whole lot of times they say three things. They bring up income. They bring up their career. They'll say things like, I got my own place and my own car. I got my own job, white collar or blue collar jobs. Because they're trying to show you that they can be independent, that they can do it all without you. We don't want women like that. Hold on, gentlemen. Let me try to transfer the screen so I can see what's going on the screen over here. Okay, here we go. Got it. So basically, they will say income is what they have to bring to the table. And then they'll say something like education. They'll start to brag about their college degrees, their associates, their bachelors, their masters, their doctorates, their PhDs. They'll start to brag about vocational schools, trade schools, technical schools, 2-year college. And then a woman also would say that they bring sex to the table. That's why you hear a whole lot of times women say, I got the coochie that makes me able to make all the rules because I got the coochie. Let me tell you something, ladies. Never in history has any man chosen a woman to marry based on her income, her education, or how sexy or how much sex she can give us. Because men can get sex anywhere. Now, a man chooses a woman on submissiveness, femininity, and attractiveness. That's what we basically choose a woman for when we decide to marry a woman or to get with one. We don't want a woman based on your income. I can care less if you make $15 an hour, $20 an hour. That ain't nothing to me. And you know why men feel that way? Because we have an innate nature to where we believe that we are the providers. So when a woman comes to me telling me that I can provide for you because I make such and such amount of money, that don't turn me on. It make me walk away. I don't care because it's in my nature to be a provider. That means I'm the one that's going to be making money and income. That doesn't enhance my lifestyle. When a woman tells me that she educated because you can read a few books, I don't care. We don't care about none of that stuff. We want to know, can you be submissive? We want to know you can be quiet. Can you be meek? That's what we look for. So what can you bring to the table? Because none of that matters to us. None of that matters to men. Let me go up here. Another thing, a woman, we want an attractive woman, but here's the thing about attractive women. They take it too far. They think because they have a big butt, nice curves, and nice breasts like that, they're supposed to impress a man of substance. They don't impress us because we get that anytime we want to. Now, attractiveness is a weak currency. Being pretty is just a cheap coupon. Now, let me explain that. What a coupon? What is coupon? Coupons can get you something at a cheaper price, but a coupon expires, just like your beauty. As you get older, your beauty will expire. And right now, you can get some things done or get some opportunities because you are pretty. A lot of women use that as an advantage. A lot of women try to get VIP or get certain positions on the job just by looking pretty. But sooner or later, age gonna catch up and them boobs gonna drop down to your ankles and you're gonna be dragging them across the floor like every other old lady. So your attractiveness is not a real legitimate currency like gold or silver. It's just a cheap coupon. So that means nothing to a man. Have you ever noticed when you ask a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? She never says femininity. She never says submissiveness. She never says the ability to cooperate with a man. She never says a pleasant attitude. She never says domestic skills. She never says, I pledge to stay fit as long as I am with you. Because women are about themselves. They don't care about anything else but themselves. Now, when I say femininity, underneath the umbrella of femininity is humility, meekness, quietness, affectionate, and pleasantness. When was the last time you seen a modern day black woman that has a pleasant attitude? Take your time. I'll wait. I haven't seen one. Also, domestic skills. What are domestic skills? Cooking, cleaning, raising children, shopping for the family. Little things like that matters to a man more than your income, more than your education, more than your how you perform in bed. Because men get to a certain age, yeah, sex is good, but we're more interested in companionship, a partner on that level. But women don't want to hear that. But let me tell you the negative things that y'all bring to the table. Because when a man asks you, what do black women have to bring to the table, it covers a whole lot of stuff. Some women bring traumas from past relationships. This is why women are so insecure. This is why women can't trust you. This is why women can't forgive you, because of all their past relationships where they chose the wrong man, didn't vet the man the right way, with nothing but a problem, and left the man. They bring emotional instability. This is why women can be depressed one moment, angry the next moment, have an attitude the next moment. They bring this to the table. So they always want to bring, or they want to claim they bring something positive to the table when they really don't bring nothing to the table. This is what you're bringing to the relationship. The relationship is the table. And then sometimes women are bringing children from previous relationships or children from a relationship. How many baby daddies do you have? How many baby daddies? And you expect a man to take care of them children, to love them as their own, but yet you don't want to treat them with respect and dignity? Nah. What else do you bring to the table that's negative? Some of y'all bring the possibility of having difficult in-laws. If a man decides to marry you, then he got to deal with the brother, who's a butthole. You got to deal with the sister, who's a butthole. You got to deal with the mama, that's a butthole. You got to deal with the father, who's a butthole. Everyone who's trying to give you problems, he got to deal with. So most women bring negative things to the table. Most black women bring negative situations to the relationship. They bring traumas from the past, from other relationships. Now you got to deal with that. You got to deal with them having insecurities. You got to deal with them not being able to trust you. You got to deal with them not forgiving you. They bring emotional instability. Now you got to deal with them. They up and down behavior. They sad, they mad, they happy, they glad. They everything. Children from previous relationships. Different baby daddy. So if he decides to date you, he got other men in the relationship. If this man is involved with these children, now he got to deal with you, the kids, and the other baby daddy. And no man wants a woman who is already linked to another man in any kind of way, shape, or form. Period. You bring the possibility again of having difficult in-laws. Your sister jealous of you. Your brother jealous of you. Your mama don't like him. These are some of the negative situations women tend to bring to relationships. They also bring friends of negative influence. Now, what do I mean by that? These are their day one friends. Friends who don't encourage you to repair your relationship or to be successful in your relationship. These type of women who have these type of other women in their lives, that's in their groups, they can never keep relationships because they always got a negative woman in their ear telling them what they should do with their man, telling them things to get them away from that man. Majority of the time, because these heifers can't keep a man of their own, so they tell your lady negative things that can destroy your relationship, putting things in her head so she can sabotage the relationship that you're in. Sometimes, ladies, you have to cut off your friends. Your friends don't mean you no well, don't mean you no good. Cut them off if you want to be happy. If you in a fight with your man, see, back in the old days, the generation before these modern day women came along, when they used to get in problem with their men, they usually had other women that would encourage them to get back together. These women don't do it because they trashy. They have no class. These women love to see misery. These women love to see things fall apart. These women won't try to make your relationship work because they're jealous of you majority of the time. So they'll tell your girl to go drink this, smoke this, sleep with this person, sleep with that person, try to keep pushing things in this. And if she's weak-minded, she'll go with it. She'll go for it. If she's a weak-minded woman, she'll listen to these snake women. So if they have friends like that, man, they ain't worth your time. Another thing that modern day black women bring to the table is their lack of domestic skills. Women don't want to cook, they don't want to clean. You know how many women don't know how to separate the white colors from the colors to put in the washing machine? They ain't have no home training. They don't know anything. They don't want to raise the children. They don't want to raise your children. Hold on, I think I got somebody. What's up, D Disciple? Let me go to my thing. I see you, man. Hold on for a second. Let me go to I'm new at this live stream, so y'all have to give me some slack right quick. Let me try to see how this looks on here. There it is. Who is it? The Decipher 100. I appreciate you, man. You know, man, good love, man. Thanks for showing that love out, man. And who is Try 023? Glad you started live. Hopefully, ladies call in. I hope they do too, bro. I hope they do too. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you, gentlemen, I'm sick of these women putting it all on us all the time. They the problem majority of the time. You know what I mean? But you know what's so funny, gentlemen? The ones who just hit me up on here, I think a super chat, whatever it is. These women that get in my comments talking about you shouldn't say this way or this. Bring your musty butts to the live now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you got to talk about. Because I'm telling you right now, you are the main reasons why we are not getting along in the community. It ain't because men are bad. A lot of you women have lost your way. You don't have no morals. You don't have no moral standing. You don't have no values. And the thing that you do value don't mean anything. So when you tell a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? Most times she'll try to tell you things that are valuable to her. She never asks herself, well, these things are what I have to bring to this man, but are these things valuable to that man? They don't ask that. You know why? Because they're selfish, they're self-centered, and they're arrogant. So yeah, ladies, if you want to get in, you're not gonna overtalk me. You're gonna respect me, and I'm gonna respect you. And we can talk about your issues if you have any issues. So let's just let this roll a little bit. I'm doing men, gentlemen, if you want to get into, you probably can too. If you want to contribute to this conversation. Because I have a very short monologue. I did that on purpose so I can have people call in. Another thing that women seem to bring to the table is their sense of entitlement, man. They bring in this type of entitlement. They feel as if they have accessibility to your wallet only. That you're supposed to do for them. You know what I mean? That you're supposed to bend over for them. They want to bend you over the barrel. Because women are selfish. They have nothing to bring to the table anymore. And what else they bring to the table that we all know? Obesity. A lot of black women lead in the highest cases of obesity. And that ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool with being a BBW, SSB. I don't care what letters you put together to say that you fat, because that's really what that is. BBW spells super fat. That's all that really mean to me. Big, beautiful woman. There ain't no such thing. They're big one that got pretty faces. Usually with makeup, you take that off, man, they're going to look like a water buffalo. No, that's what they're going to look like majority of the time. And I ain't trying to be offensive. I'm not fat shaming, but it is what it is. Ain't no health benefit of being overweight. Would you want diabetes? Then what do you want? You don't bring nothing but that. So if you're gonna want a man, what they say, bad hombre, you're right. A lot of these modern day women, man, they bring misery, pain, and suffering. That's what they're bringing. They're bringing all these attitudes. They're bringing all their problems. They're bringing all their traumas, all their emotional instability. They don't have an idea of any idea whatsoever what it means to be feminine at all. And you know why they don't submit to you, gentlemen? Let me tell you why. Because submissiveness only follows what is perceived to be valuable. And what I mean is this right here. When women are submissive every day in different ways, when they on the job, they have higher management, they must submit to the higher management. Why do they do that? Because they see their job as something valuable. They don't submit to you because they don't see that you're valuable. They don't see that you're worth it. So they put money over family. And ladies want to debate that, then explain to me why majority of the cases of divorce end up in with reasons of money. Money is one of the main reasons why women divorce men. Because you care more about the dollar bill than you do your kids, than you do anyone else, man. Y'all lead in STDs, gonorrhea, herpes, clap. Y'all not made to be leaders because y'all messing up. I give you my CDC all the time. I give you all my sources. Matter of fact, I have wrote something down for you. According to the CDC and BMC Women's Health, 50% of all black women have HIV. Over half of the black women in our black community have HIV. The independent leaders, right? The women who don't need no man, who make the best decision because they got the best judgment, half of them have HIV. Look it up for yourself. CDC, BMC, Women's Health, look it up yourself. Black girls, according to the BMC Women's Health, from the ages of 15 to 19 years old, are 4.5 times higher than white girls of that age to have chlamydia. Out of 100,000 black girls, that would mean that 6,000 have chlamydia right now. What do you got to say about that? I say that you modern women are tearing up the black community, that you're not worth anything. I'm saying, and it's not because I hate black women. All y'all say, oh, your mama black. Yeah, she black. Black like me. But she come from a different generation than y'all do. She ain't nothing like y'all. So y'all can keep doing that shame and insult and all that stuff. It don't bother me. My channel wouldn't be growing if this wasn't true. If what I'm saying wasn't true, the gentleman who's hitting me up wouldn't be on my channel because they got things to do. They got other things to do with their time. They know this is real. Sometimes needs to go out, y'all. Sorry about that. They call white men sir, not black men. That's right. Try 023. They really do. I'm reading y'all. I'm trying to shout y'all out as y'all comment on here. They do. How many times, gentlemen, have you been in the store and you've been in line and there's a white man behind you or a white man in front of you? She's nice. The black woman's nice as hell to the person, the clerk that's come before you. She's nice. How you doing today, sir? Did you find everything that you need? He leaves. You come up. They start to mean mug you. Act like they don't even see you, don't want to talk to you, just take your money, give you, because that's how they view black men. They don't care nothing about black men. What we got here? Decipher. The Decipher. I'm going to say your name right, bro. The Decipher. Not going to lie, you're one of the realest since Kevin Samuels moved on. Let's keep this movement going. Hey, man, thank you for that compliment, man. I really do appreciate that. Kevin Samuels, man, was one of the greatest to do this, man. He opened my eyes to a whole lot of things, and I give him his respect. I don't try to just copy that man. I just respect that man. I really respect what he did for giving men a voice. You know what I mean? I still listen to his content. Him, AMS, BOA, all them dudes, man. They my the blueprint for me. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? But back to the subject, man. What do you gentlemen think about this? Now, it's funny, some of you women hit me up on here saying that y'all want to debate, but y'all not on here now, are you? But don't worry about it, though. I'm going to do this again, probably do this again tonight with the same topic, giving y'all the opportunity to get up here and say what you're going to say. Because the men want to hear it. Hell, the black community want to hear it. So, didn't prepare too much. I thought it was going to be a lot of people trying to get at me or whatever, because I've been seeing some weird comments, but I wrote a lot of notes, though, y'all. Let's go over what we already know. The modern day black women are the home wreckers, man. They home wreckers. You get what I'm saying? They for example, 7% of all divorces are filed by women. 2/3 of all divorces are filed and initiated by women. Among college-educated women, 90% of divorces are initiated by them. Why? Because they feel when they get to a certain height of education, they feel that they're so independent that they don't need you no more. Back in the 60s and 50s and 40s, when education wasn't really a priority, where the family was the priority, the black community was a priority because you had a common enemy, which at the time was the white man. And this is not being racist, but back in those days, the white man, majority of them was the enemy of black people. Jim Crow and all that stuff before schools got integrated. The white man was the enemy at the time. Okay. They were beating black men, killing black sons, killing black daughters, raping black daughters, hanging them up from trees, cutting out their stomach, letting the fetus fall out of them so they can kill the baby. And look, do your history. Look at your history. See, when there was a problem, black women ran to the men. See, here's the thing. If war broke out right now in America, you notice who goes to the front line. It's the black man or the man itself. It's not the women. The women going to stay back and do some logistics or secretarial. They're not going to try to get up there and shoot guns and risk their lives. Mm-hmm. What else I got for you? Women fight for equal rights. Women fight for equal pay, but won't fight for their marriages. They won't fight for their children. They won't fight for you, gentlemen. Once these women initiate divorce, they become the home wrecker. They become who that? The masculine frame. Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? I'm glad you tuned in to the live, bro. Like I said, it's my first time, gentlemen, going live. I'm more into having everything prepared and recording these videos, so I got to get used to this and stuff. But I know with y'all support, man, I'm gonna get this thing going where it needs to be. You know what I mean? So I appreciate your continued support. I try to get to y'all when y'all comment on my thing, man. I try to, but I have a life outside of this as well. But I try to. I want y'all to know I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all done helped my channel grow. You know what I mean? Quicker than I can imagine it was going to grow. You know what I mean? So I couldn't do this without y'all. You know what I mean? And of course, man, if y'all want to get in this StreamYard and give me some if y'all want to talk about y'all experience on here, I'm on StreamYard. I can send you the link. Once I send y'all the link, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can get in there and see who is. Oh, thanks, Try03223. Man, y'all names made me throwing the play off. But that's cool, man. Yeah, masculine frame. Yeah, man. I know y'all got me, man. You know, man, as I get better with this, but I'm always gonna keep giving y'all real men content, man. Do y'all have any questions, man, for me? If y'all a little too shy to get on here, man, just go ahead and shoot me a question. I can answer it right now. You know what I mean? To the best of my ability. Let me see. Anybody send me something? Yeah, I'm talking to the gentleman. Yeah, you're right, man. Amazon started in the garage, man. They showed there multi-billionaire. Well, I hope I can get to be multi-billionaire. Shit, I hope we all can be. Ooh, I can't use cuss words. I gotta be cool with this. So let me ask y'all, gentlemen, what do y'all notice about black women today, man, that turn y'all off, man? What turned y'all off about black women today? Other than their attitudes, for me, it's their attitudes, the fact that they insult black men, like they don't have any type of conscience towards a black man. It's the fact that they just want to use black men. They don't want to love black men. Oh, eyelashes and attitude. Man, that's a whole show right there. You know why? See, black women don't love themselves, y'all. They don't love themselves. That's why they always got put on a Halloween mask of makeup and eyelashes and all these piercings all in their face and tattoos all from down their nose and stuff, thinking that looks sexy. They don't love themselves. That's why they can't love you. That attitude comes from a self-hatred, bro. They have a guilt complex within themselves, man. They know they're guilty of not being the best version of themselves. They know they settle for a lot of BS. And I'm not talking about men. A lot of black women don't have ambition. They don't want to be like you said, Decipher. They don't want to be held accountable for anything they do. They don't want to take responsibility. They want to blame everybody else. And like I said in many of my videos, they have no morals. They have no morals in them. They don't know what is right or what is wrong no more. Everything is gray. Everything is in between. It's a blurred line between what is right and what is wrong. I'm gonna tell you like old-fashioned type of traditional knowledge, man. Women, excuse me, I have ticks and stuff like that from I went to war and stuff like that. Women who have all these children out of wedlock, that's wrong. If no one ever told you this, ladies, if your mama was too lazy to tell you, sleeping with a whole bunch of men decreases your value. And I'm gonna tell you something. Your definition of a dime and being a 10 is different from mine. See, a lot of people think being a 10 means just attractiveness, their bodies and stuff. No, it ain't nothing like that. I'm gonna tell you what it is to me. First off, if you want to be a 10, that means you're a virgin. We have this culture, the Black American culture, have dismissed the value of virginity. If you are a virgin now, you're laughed at, you're looked at as something wrong with you, and they hold you in contempt. So the Black American woman now pushes sexual misconduct, man. The more, look, I never thought I'd see a time when women brag about body count, man. When I grew up, a woman would try to keep that stuff kind of hush hush unless the hood or the streets knew that she was out there really bad. But you got these women today, man, all they do is brag about this, the most immoral things. My body count, it shouldn't matter. Your body count does matter. And I see dudes try to say that it don't. It do. I don't think there's any gentleman out here who wants to marry or date or go with a woman that he knows a known whore. Who wants to date a whore? Who wants to marry a whore? Who wants to marry the girl Keisha down the block where 5 or 6 dudes run trains on her? Who wants to marry a woman that you know that Pookie done slept with, Ray Ray done slept with, Arnold done slept with, John? You can name all the dudes that been in her on your finger. Tell me who wants to marry a woman like that? I'm talking about there are some women that have had more men run in and out of them than ants through an anthill. And they want you to respect that? I don't think so, bro. Let me try to read some of your things y'all sending me, man. Mm, what Cap Social Network says, what I also don't like about our women is that they're always expecting black men to be so hood and gangster. However, they will settle for a non-black man regardless of how he is. Man, you said a mouthful. You said a mouthful. It's as if they have typecasters like they do in the movies. That black men can only play one role: drug dealer, basketball star, or rapper. And they want these type of negative men. And they, you know what it is, man? It makes certain black men feel good that they're are superior to you. If they can get a man that ain't worth anything that has to live off them, it makes them feel good. You know why? Because they are suffering from low self-esteem, man. Ain't no woman with high self-esteem gonna want this type of trash that this gentleman brought up, a hood dude or a gangster dude. A self-respecting woman ain't gonna want that, man. The masculine friend said they don't even cook. Man, I don't know if you watch my videos a lot, but I talk about that a lot. A lot of women can't cook, man. A lot of these black women ain't like our grandmothers were, man. They're not. Because what it is, bro, I don't know about y'all, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Most of these women, man, all they do is bake. I'm in Texas. I'm by Houston, man. I done seen so many women, man. If they say, "Come over, boy, get something to eat," man, that take whatever they gonna cook. You gonna be in a damn oven with some chopped up onion, bell pepper, salt and pepper, and that could be chicken. That could be pork chop. It could be hell. It could be lamb. It could be camel toe. They don't know how to fry. They don't know how to boil. They don't know how to. No, man. That because their mothers failed them or they just didn't want to learn how to please a man. It's amazing how women can dedicate themselves to years of college to learn what they need to know to accomplish themselves to get a degree, but refuse to dedicate themselves to years of training of how to please their husband or their family. You know what I mean? So, I'm just over here thinking about it, man. Just waiting to see if anybody, and then when these females that talked all that trash, if you probably watching. They're probably watching, but too scared to get on the live. Cause we're gonna have a conversation. I'm ready. Tell me, ladies, if you why your relationship don't work. I think majority of women leave relationships because they're not used to conflict. They don't have any ability to work out problems. All they know how to do is to run. They don't know how to stay and make things work out. They don't know how to chill out. Mm-hmm. We got 20 people watching the stream right now. I'm waiting for one of these broads to get in here. And I think y'all are too. But let's get back to the subject. I don't know why my thing. But anyway, gentlemen, like I say, a lot of women don't have a lot of things to bring to the table. I think they are not marriageable. A lot of black women are not marriageable. They love whoredom. They love to look like a whore. They love to dress like a whore. They love to talk like a whore. They love to hang with other whores. They love to go to the club and do whorish things. They love to bend over and pop it and twerk it, and then want you to respect them at the end. These women today are nothing but modern day Jezebels. They are not worth our time. They are not worth our effort. They are not worth our resources. If these women cannot get their minds together and cannot get themselves right, then we have every right to leave this country and find other women who would do the same thing, who look better than them or look as good as them, but have a different mindset. It is this American, this westernized mindset that has spoiled the black woman. And it is because of these black women that the black community is falling apart. Morally, it has destroyed us. And they want to keep it on the black man. It's not the black man. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what's going on with my thing right quick. Trying to see why I can't get this thing to. I'm watching this on my phone to make sure it goes where it needs to be too, sirs. Yes. Anybody got anything they want to say? That's why I did the live, because I want to see if y'all want to say something to me right now in these videos and stuff like that. See, all things not a gene employment. What do you mean, sir, by employment? You're saying that they don't want to be employed? You know what you're saying, sir? I'm reading y'all comments here. Well, let's get back to the matter. Again, women bring a lot of negativity and a lot of baggage to relationships. So don't ever be afraid to ask a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? I don't know why women are offended when you ask them this, because women believe that they should not contribute. They think a lot of these women today, they believe they should just lay down on their backs, put out a bunch of babies, and you're supposed to take care of them. Or you're supposed to take care of the baby that they had from another man. They don't respect you enough to consider your emotions or consider your feelings. So I say there's nothing wrong with asking women to bring something to the table. You make your woman work for you. They need to earn your ability to protect them. They need to earn your ability to provide for them. They need to learn how to obey. They need to learn how to submit to you. And I know women gonna get mad when I say obey, but it's funny. The ones who get mad are the ones who are supposed to be Christian women. It's in the Bible that the men are supposed to have the rule over you and that you're supposed to submit to your husbands. So why are you going against the God that you claim that you serve? I didn't make this up. I didn't write the Bible. The Bible's here before me. Well, gentlemen, I'm not gonna be here too much longer. If I ain't getting into I guess these people are too scared to call in or whatever it may be. That's why I didn't make too much of a monologue and make it like I do my videos. I just did a little bit because I thought it was gonna be some people who really wanna get stuff off their chest towards me. Let me see. Why do black men lag behind other races of men in economics? Why do black men lag behind other races of men in economics? Let me tell you what I think. I think a lot of black men, personally, their values also are corrupted. I think a lot of black men, not all, but a lot of us have failed to understand the value of hard work and work ethic. I'm responding to, hold on, sir, that question that was just asked to me, so I can see you better. That question came from All Things Not a Gene. I hope I said that right. That's my opinion why we struggle with economics. One thing, we hate on each other. Whenever somebody actually comes up, black men tend to be a lot of they turn to crabs in a bucket, man. Anytime a man come up, there's someone trying to put him down. Even with my channel, when I make make content, dudes I don't even know try to tell me to stop. You know what I mean? All this other stuff. Go to your channel and do it. Stay off mine with that. That's how I'm like. You know what I mean? If a black man is trying to get there, trying to become an entrepreneur, trying to be a sole proprietor, whatever it is like that, a lot of us try to pull us down. We have this hatred towards each other. And I wish that would come out the neighborhood. You know, I mean, I really wish we get that out of our hearts, but that's one of the things. Now, what's the number? Cap Social. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to, all right, email me. What's the name? Cap Social Network. You trying to get on the live stream? We're going to stay within the topic, of course. Let me give you this link. Hold on. I'm going to need you, sir, to email me at, there it is. This is the email address I need you to send it to so I can send you the link to come into this. It is, trying to make sure I get it to you, jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com. Actually, it's on the screen, man. It says to live stream, email jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com. Okay, hey, Mr. My name is Derek. About to go, but okay. With that being said, I'd like to do a stream. Okay, man, I'm finna do it to you right now. Let me send you the link, bro. I'm finna send you the link right now. Give me a moment. I gotta open it up on Gmail, and I'm gonna send it to you right quick. Be patient with me, y'all. Like I said, my first time doing this stuff, I'm teaching myself to do everything here. All right, Mr. All right. 1 second, gentlemen. 1 second. Let me. How you get to this thing? There you go. Invite. Let me hit the invite on this thing. Copy. I'm going to send an email link to you, sir. Reply. Okay, I just sent you the link, Cap. I just sent you the link to that. Let me see if there's anybody else that just sent me. I might not even know, man. Let's see. Yeah. All right, I just sent you the link, bro. I guess you just click on it or something like that, and I'll bring you in. Hope I did that right. It's all new to me, y'all. Okay, you say you just emailed me? Okay. I just emailed you back, Cap Social Network. I'm trying to see if I can get you on here. Gentlemen, just be kind of patient with me because it's my first time doing this here. Okay, I just inboxed you back, bro. Did you get the live stream? Click on the link. Do whatever the link tell you to do, and you should be able to get into the thing with me. If you have any problems, let me know. All right, try 023. Talk about is single mothers. I agree. Single mothers, that's a very good point. Try 023. Single mothers raising low value men. You hit the nail on the head, man. A lot of these single mothers make beta males. I'm not saying that these men are bad men, but they're not raised with a masculine point of view. They raised to be like female. They believe that they should save women. It ain't your job to save women. Women don't want to be saved. Save yourselves. A woman, if she wants to be saved, then she got to learn how to be a submissive woman to a man. That's the only way a woman can be saved. Hold on right quick. Okay, I'm going to add you in, sir. Hold on, Mr. Cap, to the stream.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro. How you doing?
Doing good, man.
That's good, man. Nice to meet you, man. What's on
Likewise.
your Yes, sir. What's on your mind, sir?
Oh, I was just agreeing with all your feedback about what you always saying on all your videos about black women because I could relate to it due to how I work with black women who happen to fit all those descriptions as well, from the bad attitudes to the sense of entitlements. What else? The being arrogant because I work for the postal service, by the way,
Oh,
and
okay.
most of them don't make a whole lot of money. At the minimum, I would say they make around 17, $18 an hour, but yet it still have the nerve to have a sense of entitlement and arrogance still, which I can't understand. I'll never be able to understand.
I can't understand that either, man. It seems like to me that their new man, their new husband, is the dollar bill. It's the
Uh,
career. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like they don't put so much. If you watch all the stuff from The Color Purple Man, if you watch all these shows, Waiting to Exhale, if you listen to the music and stuff that the hip hop artists sing like that, it's always shitting on the man. It
Right.
really, it's always like, and they always blame us. It's
Right.
not, man. That's the reason why their relationships are short lived because they have not been taught or know how to treat real men. A real man who's out there like yourself, you work at the post office. There's a lot of bums out there who don't even want to work. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm assuming that you got your own place that you're walking around. They're probably your own place. You probably got your own car. I'm thinking, people want these women want a man that has a mansion. They want a man that drive
Right.
a Ferrari, and they don't have nothing to bring to the table. They have nothing to bring to the table but a bunch of attitude problems, other men's children. You know what I mean?
Right.
No man can live like that.
Right. Speaking of which, I see these same women because I'm pretty quiet and reserved for the most part, stay to myself. These same women, because I work around quite a bit of hood dudes, like I mentioned in the live chat, I see them going out of their way to be nice and courteous towards dudes of that nature. But it's like when guys such as myself, they go out of their ways to look down upon.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Those type of women are low class women, and they
Uh-huh.
deserve everything that happens to them from these thug dudes who don't want nothing in life. All right, you
Yeah.
stay on your grind, you stay on your purpose. There's gonna be a woman that's gonna match your fly. You know what I
Well,
mean?
speaking of which, Mr. Hill, I happen to be married, by the way.
Oh,
No kids, 41 years old. Been with my wife for going on 10 years. We dated for some years before we tied a knot. We got married 3 years ago. And I cannot keep on expressing enough how I love this woman dearly. And she feels the same way towards me. She, you know, what I love the most about her is how she embraces me unconditionally. Now it's a age gap or kind of big age gap. I would guess you would say, well, not that significant of an age gap because she's 34, going on 35 years old. She'll be turning 35 in September. But I mean, out of all the times before we met, I kept on approaching different women that kept on rejecting me, and I'm assuming because I'm not one of the most hoodiest or ratchet guys. But when I think about it now, Mr. Hill, I look at that as a blessing in disguise because most of those same women that rejected me, I'm assuming were or probably our baby mamas when kids by multiple dudes.
right, right. Like they say, back in the day, they say misery loves company. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right.
kind of what it is, man. Unfortunately, man, we live in a time, man, where a lot of people are not happy. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with their outcomes. And a lot of the reasons why this is because people are failing to take responsibility for their own actions. A lot of people who are in bad situations have placed themselves there. But the thing is, there's too much coddling. There's too much people patting them on the back and feeling sorry for them. And if enough people keep telling you that what you're doing is okay, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like the way I talk on my program, to be honest with you, man, the way I try to come militant at it, because I don't believe in talking general anymore. Because for over the last 50 years, men have been telling women years and years how we feel. And every
Mm-hmm.
time we tell them how we feel, they keep going and getting worse and worse and treating us worse.
Right,
So we have to identify the problem. And the only
right,
way we can identify the problem or fix the problem is to identify it. And a lot of it is because piss poor morals and values. If you have a woman that has values and virtue, man, the things that you're saying, they will run away from them type of men. The things that you're saying, they will appreciate men who are like you of your caliber. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like women don't understand when they have all these kids from other men, they make their value go down. They really do depreciate in value when it comes to the dating market, man. They do because
Right.
most men are not going to want to date a woman that has 2 or 3 baby daddies. Because, like I said before, that woman will always be linked to another man, even if he loves you, even if she loves you.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be in your head that there's another man there. You know what I mean? Because he might come through. He might be a good baby daddy, but it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna make me feel insecure a little bit. And insecurities ain't always weakness. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You can feel insecure about something like that. If you feel bad about that, let it go. That's how I would be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But It's okay to feel. See, women think. See, I don't know why. Not all insecurities is a form of weakness. Some of it is just warnings. If you got a woman that you messing with and she got 3 or 4 baby daddies and they keep coming around, that doesn't mean that you just insecure because you're weak. That means there's a warning. Like there might be a potential or something going on between these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I say
Mhm.
just move around with it, man.
And,
But
and like I also said on that note earlier in the chat, I don't know whether you came across my other message that I left in the chat, but most cases, and am I right or wrong? In most cases nowadays, for men that don't have kids, they have no choice but to be a stepdad or either take care of another man's kid because there's so many women with kids. You
yeah,
know what I
that
mean?
is a problem. That is a problem. But I'm gonna say this, brother. There's always a choice. You don't have to. You always have a choice. Even if that means that you have to step outside of the black race to find someone that's gonna make you happy, then that's okay. If they don't, you know what works for you. They always have a choice, and I know what you mean. But there's a lot of women who don't have children as well. I forgot. I don't have the numbers with me, man. I didn't know I'm going to this part of the conversation, but I do have the
Hmm.
numbers somewhere. But there are a lot of women who don't have children. The problem
Hmm.
is we always see the ones that have kids because they make the most noise. That's the one we
Hmm.
see the most of. But I've been
Right.
around women, men that actually are so called educated, have their own place, don't have no man, don't have no husband, thing like that, but they have no children. I'm talking about over 40 something years old. I've seen women like that, but they have attitude, they have other things like traumas, emotional traumas from other relationships and stuff that they can't trust you. And then sometimes they tend out to be controlling and possessive because they have worked so hard to get in a certain place in their life and they believe in themselves so much that they can't believe in you. They don't believe
Right.
that you're going to be a leader, that you can lead them because they learn how to trust themselves. They've been trusting themselves for so long. Why should they trust you? Why they should trust you to lead them? And this is the reason why these women are going to end up dying alone. That's one of the reasons why. But they
Right.
are. But you
If not
don't have to say
that,
what now.
excuse me, but if not that, they usually have high standards in most cases for the ones that don't have kids as well.
Yeah, they do. They do.
High standards and requirements.
That's why I say a lot of times black women make the worst co-parents, man. Because like for example, if you do meet a woman who have kids and you like her or whatever it may be, she gonna tell you things like her kids come first. So if her kids come first, man, that means like it's her kids, her, whatever in between, and then it's you. You know what I
Right.
mean? 'Cause the kids come first. So like you can't raise a family like that. You can't raise a man that's supposed to be your husband, or you can't raise him. You can't treat him less than the children, regardless if them children been there longer. And the thing with women, why I say a lot of black women make horrible co-parents, because if they have kids, they're used to running the household. Everything that they say is the law. Everything they say is the rule of the house. So when a man come into that household, he brings into that household a new authority. He brings a masculine point of view. And then when he gets in that household and start making orders, start saying this is what needs to be done, these are the chores, this are the rules like that, the women feel kind of inferior to him. They don't like that. They don't feel comfortable with him because they've been running the household the whole time. So like
Right.
that's the reason why a lot of men, I discourage being a stepfather. Now, if you want to be, if any man wants to be, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there got to be an understanding because once that man come into a woman's life and said, I'm gonna take over this man's child, because really that's another man's kid, that's another man's financial burden, and I'm gonna take that man on his child into my life. I'm gonna raise him, I'm gonna instruct him, I'm gonna discipline him. Then you need to elevate that man to the head of the household. You are no
Hmm.
longer the head of the household. You are the woman who's going to be the feminine, submissive woman who cooperates with that man, and you're going to follow that man lead. That man is not responsible for you and those children if he so decides to raise that kid. You give him the same respect that you would give the biological father if he stayed with you. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? But a lot of
Right.
these women don't want to do that. These women want to act like they got bigger balls than we do, and they want to run the household. So that's
Right.
what I'm against. I'm
It's
strong.
like and on that note, it's like the roles are reversed nowadays because not only do more women want to, be the head of the household, so to speak, and wear the pants in the relationship, but they also are manly, the majority of them. Because I think about another previous video you made, how most of them have multiple tattoos. Most of them use a whole lot of profane language to the point where it's kind of hard to find a very feminine woman nowadays as well.
I agree with you. That's why they talking about the passport bros, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it comes from. The whole, I call it liberation of men, but that's what it is. Unfortunately, today's modern black women do not share the traditional values of the generations that have come before them. And like for some reason, I don't know, man. All I can see, like, they don't value things that are family oriented no more. They're mostly
They
about
don't.
themselves. It's all about themselves. They don't care about. They let the iPad raise the kid. They let the television raise the kid. No,
Exactly.
they don't. They don't want to get involved with the children's lifestyle because now women don't want to say this, but it's the facts. Women see motherhood as an inconvenience. They
Hmm.
don't see it as something that when I grew up, it was something honorable. That's when back in the day, women you can call women grandmothers and stuff, and there was a term of endearment. Well, that's my grandma, my great grandma, and that was a respectful, honorable thing to be labeled that. But if you talk to these modern day women now, you say grandma or nana, they're like, don't call me that. I'm not old. See,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
a disconnect there. There's a disconnect there. And this is the reason why men cannot be married to a lot of these women. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree. I truly agree. And I also thought about in one of your other previous videos about in-laws, how black women make not so good in-laws, and I could relate to that because I have in-laws, specifically a mother-in-law who never has seen or like me since I have been with my wife. She may play that role when I'm around her from time to time, like she's all for me and like she really
Cap,
likes me. But I feel for the most
cap.
part, it's
Hey, Cap, sorry, 1 second, okay? 1 second, okay? Just one
okay.
second. I got to respond to the masculine frame. The masculine frame, if you're still there, I will make you a moderator. I just don't know how to make you a moderator. I just started this thing, but yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at what you're saying, the masculine frame. Give me an opportunity. If I don't figure it out now, we'll figure it out later, and I will make you a moderator so you can boot these people off. I'm seeing what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I think I see what you're talking about. If there's gonna be any hating on him, if you I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I think it's I don't know if it's all things not a gene or whatever it may be. If you got a problem with anything that I'm saying up here or anything that these gentlemen are talking about, get your happy ass in this thing and we'll talk about it right now. Don't be a coward, don't be a punk and hide behind these keys. Don't do that Twitter gangster stuff. If you're gonna be real and you want to express yourself, get up here and be a man or a real woman and do that. If not, get off the channel. Okay? These men on here because they want something. We don't want you. So you take your disrespect and your dishonorable ways out of here. All right, I'm sorry, Cap. I had to go ahead and get in that, but yes, sir. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Yeah, but I thought about when that being said, how you made another previous video about how black women make not so good in-laws, which I could relate to because I have a mother-in-law since I have been with my wife who's been divorced for X amount of years, plays that role like she's all for me and like she really likes me, but it seems, just from my perspective, it's always just in my wife's favor, just to please my wife. And her father, my father-in-law, is that same way. Her sister, one of her sisters, is that same way. you know I don't know what it is, what I'm saying about in-laws. The reason sometimes you could be one of the most nicest people in the world, but for some reason they may still have some kind of vendetta towards you, some kind of strong vendetta towards you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do understand. My experiences with that personally, man. You start to see the potential of an in-law because you're not married yet. When you get to that point, you can kind
Hmm.
of tell that they're going to be bad in-laws because how they treat you while you're in a relationship with that woman. Because a lot of times they're jealous of how you're treating that woman. A
Hmm.
lot of times you might if they have a bunch of sisters, for example, or aunts, even mothers, if you taking that woman out of the hood or whatever it may be, and you're treating her, showing her new things, introducing her to new different type of cuisines, taking her over here, showing a whole different world, man. The sisters get jealous because most times they have no good for nothing men themselves. And they
Right.
can keep relationships going. Most of their men are having babies outside their relationship, cheating on them, and all this other
Exactly.
stuff. And they want you to be like these bum men, but you're not that. You're a higher standard. You know what I
Right.
mean? So they hate that. They do anything they can to sabotage that relationship. I know what you mean. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you see these type of women or brothers, because sometimes it's brothers and it's fathers too, that uncles that they hate you because you are successful, that's gonna be a problem for you when you get married.
And it brings to mind that saying that goes, misery loves company, which is
Yeah,
very true as well. And that's a prime example.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. Misery
Yep.
love company.
And I just want to know how I really appreciate all your feedback, and I really also value your perspective on relationships, specifically within the Black community, dating, both dating and relationships. And I have found it very insightful as well.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to just tell you to encourage you to just keep on uh, keeping up, keep on doing the good work.
I appreciate that, brother. That's what we need. We need more black men that's going to encourage other black men to keep moving forward. We need that. We got too much hating in our community, man. We
Right,
got too many of us that hate each other who just trying to do something to better themselves. It's
right.
too much of that. You know what I mean? I do appreciate what you said, man, and I give you your flowers too, man, for at least having the guts to call in here and saying what you're going to say, man. And adding and contributing to this topic, man. Because, like I say, black women today don't have a lot to bring to the table.
Right.
They have a lot of negativity to bring to the table, to the relationship. They don't have a lot of positivity now. You
Yeah,
know what I
most
mean? Go
most
ahead.
of I would say, I want to say not only specifically Black women, but you also have non-Black women who have lots of baggage too. For case in point, may have lots of kids by multiple men, but it just seems like for some unfamiliar reason, Black women get all the flack, I guess you could say, for as far as those situations go, having multiple kids by multiple men.
I agree
So,
with you. There are a lot of races, other than black people that deal with that. The only
yeah,
reason why I kind of focus on us because, like, I'm not a part of the Nation of Islam or anything like that. But I agree with what Brother Malcolm X used to say. So, like, we have to kind of focus on us first before we can focus on everybody else. That's the main reason why I always point out black women, black women, black women, because
mhm,
we gotta look at our so-called queens that they want to call themselves. We got to figure out what's wrong in our community and fix that first. If other races want to come in this and talk about their experiences, I'm fine with that as well. But
right,
I'm mostly about trying to fix the black community when it comes to our interaction because there's a disconnect between black men and black women, and
right,
all we got to do is have a dialogue and find out what the main thing, accountability. It's
mhm,
got to be accountability for our actions. We got to be able to say, look, I messed up this way. I messed up. How do I
right,
fix it? And right now, that pride, everybody too egotistical. They don't want to say that they're wrong, and they don't want to hear another man tell them that they're wrong. But it has to come out in order for things to be fixed. You know
right.
what I mean? So yeah, if anybody want to call Mexican, Asian, I don't care. They can call it. We all can talk. A lot of them date black women too, and they having the same hell that black men are having.
Yeah, I agree.
They have
And
a lot of the same hell. They complaining too, like, oh, the Asian men be like, I need to go back. I need to go back now.
yeah, just like you, it's guys, it's non-Black guys that's going on social media now, voicing their dislikes about Black women's attitudes. You would like to think that it will be us Black guys that you know may have that problem with Black women, but it's not just us Black guys specifically who has a problem with the Black woman, the average Black woman's uh, bad attitude, sense of entitlement, but it's other races of guys that's picking up on that as well.
That's right. Yeah, well, you can't help but to notice when you see somebody that's horrible to deal with, man. A lot of black women are not pleasant to be around, and I
They
know that's a
are
hard thing. That they're not. They're not pleasant. They look
right.
at you. They don't smile at you. They. You can go to a store, man. You can even just compliment a black woman and not trying to get at her. You ain't trying to sleep with her or anything. You be like, "Hey, I like your hair," and she'll look at you like you a piece of doo doo. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And they talk to you crazy. So I don't know where this attitude came from because I remember in the 90s, I think it's kind of might have started in the 90s, but in the 90s, man, it was
Mhm.
easier to talk to black women than it is now, to me, in my personal opinion. Now,
Right.
if you want something, you can't say, a long time ago, man, a few years back, I was going to talk to a lady. I walked to her. She looked like she wasn't trash. She looked like she was hood. Nothing. I walked up to her and tried to introduce myself. When I did that, you know what she told me? She said, like, you don't want to talk to me. I'm expensive. I turned my ass up. Man, that's what she told me, bro. So I turned around and just kept on going. You're right. I don't want to. No. like, no, man, you're out your mind, man. But it's all about the bag now, bro. It's all
Yeah.
about the bag, man.
And you know what's so killing about it? That if the average non guy because I'm trying to charge my phone at the same time, the average non-black guy could give the same compliment to the average black woman, but she'll be all smiles and go out of her way to be friendly towards him. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just how they perceive us. Like I said, the black man image has been pushed down the toilet, man. And the
Right,
ones flushing our image down the toilet are the black women. But they can't, you can't, all right, it's 2023, man. We got to stop saying it's the white man's fault for everything that's happening. It's not
right,
the white man's fault for everything. So was it the white man's fault when the black woman called you a dog? Was it a
right,
black? Was it a white man fault when she decided to cheat on you, lie on you? I mean, no. These are personal decisions that these black women are making. It
right.
ain't always racism. It's the fact that these women are buttholes now. I mean, a
They
lot
are.
of them are buttholes, man. Like it's just what it is. So these women have to start. Man, I can't get into the image thing enough, man. The image of the black man has been destroyed not only by white people in the past, okay, whatever, but black
Mm-hmm,
women today are the
mm-hmm,
ones who are destroying our image. They're the ones that saying that we ain't worth nothing. They're the ones that break his bag, get his money. That's them.
mm-hmm.
That's them. You know what I mean? So no, man.
When that being said, you would equate that to most of them, not all of them, but I would say the vast majority of them always selling for the bum type of guys.
So the thing with the bum type of guy like a Ray Ray and a Pookie, they bring excitement and thrills. That's
Mm-hmm,
all. They may got some good pipe. You know what I mean? The pipe it might be super pipe. May got the pipe with the vein on it, you know, with the knot, whatever it is, but they usually can provide sex, you know what I mean? And that's it. But it's
mm-hmm,
mostly thrills, man. The idea that I got a drug dealer dude, people respect him in the culture where I'm at, drug dealers are the kings. All
mm-hmm.
right, and I'm not talking bad about drug dealers because I grew up around. I know a lot of them. It ain't that.
Right,
But like
right.
this is what they think. They think if the culture said that drug dealing is the king of the hood, then that's what I'm gonna get me a drug dealer. I'm gonna get me a man that's a roughneck. They never think beyond it. They never think about it. This man's suitable for marriage. They never think about it. This man gonna be a suitable father. They always think about the now. Can he get me this? Can he get me that? Can he get me that? That's all it is. And these women are so weak in their minds, they don't mind getting a man a whoop on them. They'll get them a
Mm-hmm.
pookie that beat up inside their head any time of day. Long they can say they got the drug deal in the hood. They're pushing keys.
Right.
It's retarded, man.
But in the same breath, will constantly complain about them to their girlfriends. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm also reading some of these things. The masculine frame, I gotta shout you out again, man. I see you supporting this channel and stuff. Masculine frame, which one of these dudes is the problem? Because I'll kick them out. I know how to kick them out if I need to. Just let me know which one it is until I find out how to make you a moderator, and I'll just kick them out. And I'm trying to see because I'm talking, I got a whole lot of people, responding too. You know what I mean? Is it? I got someone say black men are spreading HIV and STDs to black women at such high rates. Ah, check this out, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I think it's a troll, bro. Hold on. Check this out, Cap, and everybody else on here. I guess whoever is all things not a gene, that's a female, bro. And she's on here talking about black men give everybody HIV and STDs, but I got the numbers that can prove that wrong. And she said I'm not a dude. All right, if you're not a dude, get your little tail on on here. Let's talk. If you gangster like that, come on up here. No, you a troll. If you ain't gonna be woman enough to get up here and talk, then shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. All right, back to you, Cap, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but like I was saying, that they like the thrill of having a quote unquote bad boy. In the same breath, though, whenever they have all these problems with the bad boy, they always like to complain to their girlfriends about the problems that they have. You know, instead of looking for or selling for a guy that won't cost them as many problems or as much drama.
Well, you see, the thing is, good women don't want good men. That's what it
Hmm.
comes down to. A lot of times people say women like bad boys. It's not bad boys. I'm gonna change that. Women don't like bad boys. Women like toxic environments.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They like unhealthy relationships. You can be a good man and still cause a toxic environment. They'll stay with you longer. Women
True.
like problems. Women like trouble. Women like drama. I mean, today's women do anyway. So like, Complaining about the boyfriend that you chose that beating on you is like saying, I picked up a rattlesnake and it bit me. Like,
Exactly.
it's stupid, you know what I mean? But that's what they do, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of these black women don't have any character. They have no character. They value the wrong things. They have no morals. They have no sensitivity. Now think about this. A woman who does not have sensitivity, that's what women was known for back in the day, being nurturers and being sensitive to problems to be able to fix them. When a woman is not submissive, she is cut off from her ability to have intuition and empathy, because empathy is a part of intuition and empathy is a part of them being feminine. So if they don't have the ability to put themselves in a child's position to know that they need to nurture that child, or in a
Right.
man's position to know that she needs to soothe that man, then she's not even a woman no more. She's masculine. She's just
Right.
a man in a woman's body.
Right.
All she is. So she garbage.
Right.
That's what it is. So,
I agree. I totally agree on that. Well, I'm going to end this video, Mr. Here. By the way, I'm on YouTube as well. I have two YouTube channels, of course. You already know of the CAP Social Network, where I talk about dating, relationships, things that are going on in the news, things that are trending. I'll talk about religion every now and then, politics. On my other channel, CAP, which is CAP, I talk about things pertaining to the gig economy for the most part. The gig economy, delivery, ride share, and that's my most popular channel. On top of that, so
how can people find you as far as like when do you do live streams? Let the people know when they can get on your live stream and talk to you.
Well, my official and very first channel, most popular channel, CAP, I have done a few live streams. I don't have that many that I have done, but they can still follow me on there, and my handle would be for that channel at CAP 3766. I believe it will be, if I'm saying it right. For CAP's social network, I do know for sure for that one it's at CAP's social network 1261.
Okay. Oh, if y'all heard that, man, support the brother, man. He's trying to do something positive, you know what I'm saying, as well as everybody else, man. Try to give him some love and support, man. I'm sure that he'll appreciate it. And thank you for contributing to the show today, Cap. I do appreciate that, man.
No problem. And hopefully in the near future, we can be able to do some more streams as well.
Okay, that sounds good to me, man. I'm all about the positive stuff, man. No problem at all.
Okay, well, you take care.
You too, sir. You have a good one, and thank you for joining the show.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. You see that? That was a very positive interaction between black men, something that we need to see more of. You know what I mean? Thank you, gentlemen, for being mature, unlike these other people. I can't get this hat right, man. I'm trying to look on the camera and look at the screen at the same time. Look, it's off. Anybody else want to talk about something? Masculine frame, man. I am very interested in hearing what you got to say, man. I know you say you got your kids right now. I would love talking to you, man. I know you're probably busy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? 'Cause I went to your channel as well. Seems like you got some good things going on over there. I'm gonna give y'all a little time to you know what I forgot to do, gentlemen? To play my music that everybody keep telling me about. Heard of my jazz. I'm sorry, gentlemen. There it is. There we have a little. There we go. All right. Anybody else want to talk to me? Talk to me. I'm listening to you. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. And women, whoever on here trolling and stuff like that, you're making me laugh. You're really making me laugh because it just shows that you're cowardly. Gentlemen, I'm enjoying myself so far, and I'm drinking up some scotch in a crystal glass. We got to keep it sophisticated and elegant on the show. Come on, I'm gonna pour up a little bit. I like to drink mine neat, and it's some good scotch. I like to encourage black men to step off the box, stop buying all that Ciroc and all the stuff that black folks are known for. Get you some elegant stuff. It's about $100 a bottle stuff. But there. Can you see that? That's Macallan and the Sherry Oak Cask. This is a really good scotch. It's very, very smooth when you drink it. It's like drinking water, and I'm not bullcorning. It's very good, man. It pairs well with a cigar. Now, black men, is there anything that y'all want to talk about? You anything you want to ask me, since you may not be able to get on here on the stream? Send me a question right quick, and I'll see if I can answer it for you, sir. One for you. Over. Huh. Boy, this woman is really she's hilarious. You should stop drinking and smoking. Black men are dying before 50. You know why they dying before 50? Because they dealing with you. I bet you ain't got no husband. I bet you ain't got nothing going on in your life. Anytime a person get on somebody's live stream and start acting like a little weak troll, they ain't really about much. And in your honor, I would smoke this cigar. Anyway, back to black women. I don't see any hope in these black women. Black women can't keep relationships going. They quit. They run all the time. Black women are cowardly. I'm talking about the modern day black women. I'm not saying this with any hatred. It's my personal opinion. The modern day black women don't know what they want. I'm trying to see what in the comments are. Black men die at the hand of other black men. Well, let me go and get you out of here, because you're too much of a punk to try to get in here. So I'm going to go ahead and kick you out the show. Now I'm going to put you in timeout. Now go get you some milk. Go get you some milk. Anyone want to call in and express themselves? I'm not going to jump on you, but I'm going to tell you where you messing up. I'm going to tell you why you can't keep a man. Y'all can keep a job, but you can't keep a man. Y'all can keep a career, but you can't keep a marriage. Why you ain't marry your first baby daddy? Why you on your third marriage but can't make that work? Who is Andy B on? Who is KK Keisha on here? Who is that? This is hilarious, y'all. These women are scary, boy. They scared to talk. But in time, they will. Anybody else want to get on here and talk? I would love for a woman to call in here. If you're as tough as you say you are, let's talk about it. Let's talk about you wearing all these fake eyelashes and stuff and trying to be something that you're not. Let's talk about you having the highest rating STDs. Let's talk about what you bring to the table other than confusion. Let's talk about it. Well, I guess you ladies are too scared to talk. But gentlemen, if anyone on here want to talk to me as a gentleman, you can hit me up. I'll send you the link. If you have sent me a link and I didn't know about it, put it in the comment box so I can make sure I can get to it. As the gentleman Cap did just a while ago. No, I'm trying to see if anyone has sent me anything. No, I don't see anything right now. And to be, if you would like to get on here and talk to me, hit me up. We can talk. I can send you the link. If you need an email address, the email address is on my screen. You can send me an email to jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com and tell me how you feel about the current state of black men dealing with black women. And Sports Guru, if you'd like to get in this stream, just let me know. And we can talk about what we experience with the black women. I'd like to get one of these women that love to cuss all the time. Get one of you up there. All you cussing women out here that don't have any decency to just talk like a gentlewoman. Get on here. Because you're going to find this type of channel, this is where the real men at. You ain't going to find any Russell Wilsons over here. You ain't going to find any Will Smith over here. You ain't going to find none of them type of dudes over here. You're going to have some real talk over here by real men. These are the type of men, ladies, that you want to marry. That's on my channel. The type of men on my channel, the ones that really are men, that have steel in their spine, and they ain't scary. They gonna hold you accountable for what you're doing. Like I say, my first time doing this, I'll be on here a lot more with the consistency on here. So I get more comfortable with this. I'm more comfortable with making videos. It's my first time doing this though. So if anybody want to talk, I'm here for a little bit while longer before I get off of here. That was a very good conversation with the gentleman named Cap. Support his YouTube. Go see what he's talking about. I don't think I've really been to he had a few of them. I don't think I've been to all of them. So let's talk about why black women like to be whores. Why do black women like to dress like whores? Why do black women like to show their body parts? Why do black women want to have their vagina open, poking out their yoga pants? Why black women don't respect themselves? Ain't no man trying to marry these type of whores, man. Next time, gentlemen, I'm gonna have a longer monologue. Like I said, I had a very small monologue, a very short one, because I thought gonna be a lot more people calling in, especially the ones that was combative. But next time I have a longer monologue, like I do a video. I'm gonna do a short version of a video before I open up the lines and stuff like that for people to stream with me. But if you want to recap, I can recap on what I covered. And then after that, I'll give it a little bit more time, then I'm gonna get off. All right, went out. So today's topic was, what do black women have to bring to the table? And my argument is they have little to nothing to bring to the table. They have a lot of problems. Hold on. Man, this is what I want out. Anyway, let's recap. When black men ask a woman, what do you have to bring to the table? It's just another way that a black man asking you. He wants to know, how can you be of any use to a black man? If you cannot be of any use to anyone, ladies, then you have no business trying to date any man or trying to marry any man. And when a black man asks you again, what do you have to bring to the table? It's just another way of us asking you, what benefits will we have accessible upon dating you? And majority of women say these things here. They say they can bring to the table income, which is their career, their own place and car and jobs, to try to show black men that they are independent. They'll also say that they can bring their education, which is their associate's, bachelor's, master's, doctorate degree, as if that matters to a man. They'll brag on their vocational schools, their trade schools, their technical schools, and 2 years of college schools, as if that matters to men. Men have never chosen any woman based on her education or income. A man only chooses a woman based on her submission, her femininity, and her attractiveness if he wants to marry her. Okay? Women never say at all that they bring femininity, which is humility, meekness, quietness, affectionate, pleasantness. Most women are not pleasant to be around. They sure hell are not humble. They are not meek. Women never say they bring submissiveness to the table. Women never say they have the ability to cooperate with a man. They never bring that to the table. But what they do bring to the table is emotional traumas from past relationships, emotional instability, up and down, hot and cold, mad, depressed, happy, sad, instantly, like a roller coaster of emotion. They bring that. They also bring children from previous relationships. They bring children from a relationship. Multiple baby daddies, multiple children by one man, but want you to take care of all these people. They're bringing, so all things Nada, Jenny, I'm going to put you on timeout too, if you ain't going to get in here and be a real woman. Oh yeah. You're on timeout. Go get you some milk. Get you some milk while I drink my scotch. Good point, Andy B. Very good point. They do have a high rate of abortion. Gentlemen, if you're still on there, tell me what other subject you would like for me to cover when it comes to my videos, or I can make that to a live stream. Well, I guess I'm gonna shut this down, y'all. I enjoyed talking to Cap. I enjoyed all the people who have been nice. And Andy B, I appreciate it. Andy B, you want to jump into this live stream? We can talk about what you're experiencing, bro. I might make you into a moderator as well, especially the masculine frame. He probably gonna be he will be a moderator. This cigar is tripping, man. I can't keep this one lit. The floor is open to anybody that want to discuss anything I say. I say black women don't have nothing to bring to the table that is of value to a man. Anybody want to challenge that? That's a very good question. I have a question from Black and Happily Committed. I'm assuming this is a man because it doesn't say it, but it says, what can black men do to raise the next generation of real black women? I want to ask you first, are you a woman or a man? I'm waiting to see if you're going to reply, but to answer your question, in my personal opinion, if you want to raise a generation of black women, this is what I would tell you. Black and Happily Committed. Black men have to be in the lives of their children. Okay, you're a man, because would you like to be in the live stream, Black and Happily Committed? I can send you a link. All you got to do is email jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com. I'll send you a link. Click the link, follow the directions, and then you can come aboard the live stream and ask questions. Would you like to do that, sir? Also, Woody 2007K, thank you for your comments, sir. Thank all of you who have been putting comments up here. But to answer your question, sir, Black and Happily Committed, black men have to be in the lives of their children, for one. If you want to raise, okay, cool. All right, email me, sir, and we can talk about that. And I'm gonna send you the link. I'm just waiting on the link. Waiting for your email, and I'll send you a link, and we can talk about that. To answer your question, it seemed like a very good question and a very good topic to cover right now, because I think that question that you have right now is very relevant. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. The email is it's on my screen. If you look at the screen, it should be on there on the Jeremy Hill Show. It says Jeremy Hill Show 1. That's the number 1. Jeremy Hill Show 1@gmail.com. Hit me there, and once I get your email, I will send you the link to the show, and I'll invite you to the show, and we can have a conversation about what you said, because that really is a good topic that you just brought up, sir. Now, I love to talk right now. See, I have, to be honest, English black women are a little better. Hey, I can agree with you, because I've been overseas quite a bit, man. I'm an ex-military man. I've been to Japan, I've been to China, I've been to all these different countries, man. And I have met black people, black race, but their mentality was different and their attitude was different. You know what I mean? So it's the black American woman that causes all the problems in the black community now. All right, all things Netta Jean, all you got to do basically is email, because you don't want to cause the problem, right? Email jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com, and I will bring you into this live stream. I ain't running from it. If you're the one I'm thinking you are, yeah. If you don't want to call it the troll, you're going to be respectful, and I'll respect you. Black and Happily Committed, I'm waiting on you, sir. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna send you the link now, sir. I'm going to you right now. I'm gonna send you this link, buddy. You're about to get it. Oh shit, hold on. Let me shoot. Hold on, I'm about to say that. Reply. Okay, Black and Happily Committed. I just sent you the link. I just sent the link, sir. Just waiting for you. I can bring you in. All things not a gene. You just doing a bunch of talking. You ain't sent me anything yet. All things not a gene, whatever your name is. Email my email address. I'll drop you the link and I'll bring you through this live stream. You respect me, I respect you. And the question is, it's the same topic. You ain't deviating from it. What do Black women have to bring to the table is the question. Did you get it? Oh, there you are. Black and Happily Committed. I'm going to bring you to the live stream, my brother.
Hey, Jeremy, man, I listen to your content very often.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, doing good.
So I'm just trying to make sure I get you in there. I can hear you. Is the music too loud? Can you hear the music? It's too loud. You good? Go ahead, sir. I'm listening to you.
Oh no, I was just going to say that I enjoy your content. I think we may be on a delay. I'm not sure if we're getting a. I need to turn the mic on.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feedback on you. I'm hearing a lot of my echo or something, sir.
All right, should I close?
Yeah, I think you may need to close everything except for the link that you're using for the StreamYard, possibly.
Maybe that'll work.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit now. Can you hear me?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
No, I really enjoy your content.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, just I mean, again, your flow and everything is really good. I mean, definitely. I think as far as like a community perspective, definitely men, we do have to get involved with our children. I feel like, well, I think really that, again, we have to raise our children to be interdependent. I mean, right now,
Yes, sir.
I think that, especially on the woman's side, they really just look to use us. What I
Yeah.
mean, instead of they're looking to take versus looking to give. I think
Yeah.
any relationship, if you have two people that are both looking to give to one another, that's what's going to make it happen. I mean, you can't have somebody, putting all their cards on the table and the other person got aces and, aces underneath of the deck and they're holding on to it. You know what I mean? So, you can kind of maybe think about, you see their perspective as far as where they come because of past generations with the men, as far as, some of the things that may have been done, especially like when you think about the 70s, that culture that we had with the black exploitation, pimp, that pimp culture and different things like that. Even the drugs and things. But again, I mean, I think, looking at it like, what we come through from the 80s and things, and, even just looking at the different things, I think a lot of black men are like, hey, I'm not going to be that man. I'm going to be a stand-up guy. I'm going to be there for my children. I'm going to be here. So a lot of us feel that way, and we're trying to implement that. However, those things are being, it's like, you look at it, it's like, you're trying to be these things that they say they want, and then it's like, you're getting treated wrong, and then that shuts you down, and then you're like, hey, I think men only commit one time. Once you get burned, it's kind of like, you're never going to be the same again. But I think a lot of women, they end up falling in love more than one time, though.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
I mean, I know I threw a lot out
there. No. I'm glad that you did, man. I'm really glad that you did. I agree with that. I'm just trying to. One second, I'm trying to drop this link to this troll that you probably seen him, whatever, like there's a troll trying to. It's a woman, I guess. Hold on one second, sir.
Yeah, but I'm my personal situation. I'm married. Been married 21 years.
Yes, sir.
Looking at my life. I mean, I always wanted to be a father and a husband. Have 3 sons. However, I mean, I wasn't necessarily prepared as much as I wanted to be. You know, what I mean, I think it's still a learning process, and I'm looking to pass those the experience that I learned on to my sons so they can be better husbands and fathers too. You
Yes.
know, but it's a matter of whereas though it still has to be the right situation. The young lady has to be raised in a certain manner, whereas though she's going to be receptive to how I'm raising my sons. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
because I mean, again, it's a partnership. You know what I mean? And then when you talk about raising kids, I think we're just looking at it as being so temporarily. We're looking at somebody's exterior, how they look, and that turns you on to jump in the sack and you go here to produce kids. And then, like, even while the kids aren't haven't even been born, you realize this person's not who they supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're not able to work things out. So, but again, a raising commitment is commitment. You're talking, just for adulthood from a legal standpoint, 18 years. Um, and again, you gotta be long term. You gotta realize, hey, you gotta get in this thing, and you talk about generational wealth and different things like that. It's just, um, again, it's just a lot more to it than what society is telling you to go ahead and do. And like you said, we know that, I think women and men both being promiscuous and just having a lot of partners, it doesn't puts you in the best position to be a long-term partner to really go ahead and get in there and raise a complete family from the beginning to the end.
Well, sir, I agree with you 100%. I believe you hit the nail on the head when you said the word interdependent. Because in our community, for some reason, both men and women are alike, but especially the women, it's all about independence. And what they don't understand is you're not independent when you're chasing a man with his bag. When you're trying to get accessibility
Yes,
to his bag, you're not being independent. You're just being a moocher. That's all that you are.
yes,
You know what I mean? So if you want to be independent, like you say, then you take care of yourself. And like I said in one of my videos before, if you feel so independent that you don't need a man, then the next time your house is on fire, don't call the fire department. Call your
yes.
female friend to put the fire out.
No, I hear that. I hear that a lot of times. I think you want to be independent until things start going wrong.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? But at the
Yes,
same
sir.
point, again, men and women, I really do believe this wholeheartedly. We're made to be together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, to me, like my viewpoint has always been more long term. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what we're gonna look like 5, 10 years down the road. But I think a lot of times women are short term, but you can't necessarily live your life short term. You know what I mean? Like what feels good today or feel good, like, a short period of time. If you keep on doing that, you're gonna be doing it in a circle. You know what I mean? You got to have that long term plan that needs to be there. And the thing is, I think as men, we really have to know what that long term vision looks like and stake that flag and tell them up front, this is where we're going. You know what I mean? And then it's a matter of kind of like in the community, but that has to bring into, whereas we have complete families. So like on the man's side, he has his mother and father. On the woman's side, you have mother and father, and then you're coming together too. You know what I mean? Everybody's on the same page. Now you guys aren't gonna be fooling around or doing hanky panky on each other. You guys are in this. We want our grandkids. We're gonna do what's best for our grandkids. This is our genetic lineage. You know what I mean? It's all those things are interconnected, and everybody involved with it has they have skin in the game. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Because because when you're dedicated to your children, man, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of investment. And I know with my sons, I'm not looking to have them go ahead and deal with no junk either. You know what I mean? They have to value themselves.
You know,
You have to realize
I agree with you.
what
That's one
you're
of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do right here. To be honest with you, because like I told the other gentleman, Cal, we have to identify the problem in the black community in order to solve them. And like the reason I
yeah,
kind of come across as harsh or militant, like some of the people say about me, is because we have talked about this for over 50 years. We have talked about what we feel, what we think, but we've been getting dismissed at every turn. So I'm,
yes,
I'm not of the Nation of Islam, but I do like Brother Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, their approach to anything that is a problem. They deal with it directly. You know what I mean? And like I don't think, see, I'm ex-military, and I know in boot camp they don't talk to you gentle. They don't tell you like, hey, go do this. They get on you to break you down to build you up to a better version
yes,
of yourself. So that's the reason why I attack the situations that I see that's it's hurting us. It's not just hurting the black men. It's hurting our children. It's hurting the women. It's hurting our community. Our community is so fragmented now that you don't know what is what no more. We used to have a sense of pride, like you said before, in the
Mhm.
60s and 70s, before the integration of schools, before all the civil rights. And I'm not knocking those things, but when there was a common threat, and at the time, the oppressor was the white people, and I'm not against white people. I'm just talking about the times back then under Jim Crow laws. When we had a reason
Yes.
to join together, we stayed together. Even the black churches was helping us. The black churches don't really help us no more. Most of the black churches now is about give me a dollar. If you don't got enough of it, here's an ATM machine in the corner of the church so you can pay us to lie to
That's
you
very
more. We need some leaders, not just leaders that know politics, but we need leaders of strong moral character. And we don't have virtues no more. We don't have, like I was saying earlier, I don't know on this one or not, but our community, as well as other different races, but especially in the black community, we no longer value the we no longer value virginity. We think being a virgin is horrible. We talk down on virginity. And what women don't understand is one of the reasons why women are not sexually satisfied with good men, if you want to call them that, quote unquote, is because they done slept with so many different men that have exposed them to different type of sexual lifestyle. So you get, say for example, it's a woman when she's a virgin and she just have domestic skills and she become customized to her husband. So if a woman never had sex before in her life and she sleep with a one man, which is her husband, she has nothing to compare that sex to. She can't compare the sex of that good man to another Pookie and a Ray Ray and all them running trains on you. That I like this, I like this, I like that, because you are customizing yourself, allowing yourself to be customized to the desires of your husband, and you will be pleased with that man. You get what I'm saying? But
I do.
yeah. Hold on one second, sir. I'm gonna add somebody into this stream with us. This is the woman I
Okay.
think is. I'm gonna respect you. Before I put you on, I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever your name is, I can't hear you talking, but you're gonna hear me right now. You're not gonna overtalk me. You're not gonna be disrespectful to me or anyone in there. Okay? Do you agree with that? Nod your head. Okay, I'm gonna go and do it right now. All right. This is what is your name, ma'am?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am. What's your name?
It's all things not a dream.
Nada Jean. Can I call you Nada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you married?
I'm with my kid's father.
With your kids? Are you married?
We're shackers, like the typical black people are.
So are you married? Do you have a marriage life or are you married, man? I'm just asking. I'm
What
not trying to
are
get on you.
we've been together for a long time. We're together under one roof. So if you want to
Okay,
call it
so you're not
marriage,
married.
we're not married on paper.
Okay, so how long have y'all been together, man?
We've been together for years, like a long time.
5 years, 6 years, 10 years, man. Please tell me.
Yeah, longer than that.
Longer than that? Okay. You have children with this man?
Yes.
How many baby daddies you have? Just one?
I don't have any baby daddies. He's the only. Why I don't understand like all the questioning, but
No, I'm finna
I
get to
called
it. I just
in.
want to make sure I know who I'm dealing with. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah,
So
the
what would you like to
thing
say, ma'am?
it's like an echo. I'm sorry. How can I stop the echo?
You probably have to turn off everything except for the link that I sent you, just like the gentleman I just spoke to. I'm sorry, Black and Happy to Commit. I don't know your name, man. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Oh, it was
Yes.
Wayne.
Wayne? Okay, I'm sorry.
Wayne.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. Wayne? Wayne?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Wayne.
Okay. All right. Nada Jean, what would you like to say?
Hold on. Okay. I keep hearing that echo. I gotta do something. I'm sorry.
Do you have anything else going on, like as far as speakers playing other than what you got on your computer or anything?
I just shut my computer off, so I
Hmm.
guess I can just work with it since you don't hear the echo.
I can hear it, but it's not that bad right now. But what would you like to say? From my understanding, there's some gentleman that's been commenting on the comments that you've been leaving, claim that you're trolling me. What's going
I'm
on?
not sure. See, what happens is that, some of these videos get thrown in the algorithm and, your title. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I look at your videos and all your videos is like, what's all this in this space of like black men just bashing black women, just coming up with stuff, talking about hygiene, talking about all this stuff, whatever. But I just wanted to point out the fact that what we are in right now in the black community is like we're dealing with black male's culture.
Let me
Like
ask you
black
something
male.
before you go any
Mhm.
further, because I think I made it abundantly clear to you that we're going to stay within the subject that we're talking about. And the subject is, what do black women have to bring to the table? Now, if you want to talk about those other things when I have those shows, I have no problem
Okay,
whatsoever
black
talking to you about those things, ma'am.
black women bring their money to the table in the black community because a lot of black men do not make any money. A
Okay,
lot of Go
ma'am,
ahead.
ma'am, I'm gonna talk to every point that you just made. Let me ask you first. when you first started watching this live stream, when did you come in on there? Because that's one of the points that I said that a woman, if you ask her what she has to bring to the table, one of the things she runs to is her income. She go to her career. She talk about, I got my own car, my own place, my own blue collar or white collar job. And as I said before, the next thing would be education, her career, her vocational schools, her technical schools, her 2-year college. Now, before that, before you go any further, I also said, never in the history of mankind did a man ever choose a woman to marry based on her income or the fact that she has an education.
Well,
So again,
in the black community, that's needed because of the fact
wait,
that
wait, wait, but needed to whom? Is that your opinion or that's the opinion of black men? Or have you a black man told you that he needs
that's
you for your career? Have a black
that's
man told you he needs you for your income?
that's the entire black community. We
No,
live
man.
in
Answer the
America.
question, man. I'm answering I'm talking to you directly. I'm addressing every point you made. I'm asking you a question. So please answer mine directly. Has a black man ever come to you and say, Nada Jean, I need you for your income?
No,
Okay, so who is these people that you talk about that is needed, that we need this in the community? Who are those people that you're talking about, man? Or
because
is that your opinion or that what you know?
these are facts. Can I state why?
These are facts. Whose facts, man?
Based on the social economics in the country, we live in America. It's a
All
capitalist
right, now if you're
society.
talking about the country, you're talking outside. I'm not talking about the country. I'm talking about the black community that you brought up in the conversation. So I'm
Black
asking you
community,
again now. I'm listening, man.
the black community is part of America.
We know this, man. See, that's when women try to deflect. I'm asking you, did a man ask you and say, Nada Jean, I love you, I want to be with you, but I got to know what your income is.
You're asking me what do black women bring to the table. I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not saying what black men are saying. I'm
And
telling
I
you
addressed it.
what we're doing, what we're bringing to the
Did I
table.
just address your point about the income? 'Cause when I asked you that, I listened very well. This is what you said. I said, what do black women bring to the table? You said income. I addressed the income. And I also went to a step further because you most likely going to say education, some other things. I addressed that as well. So I'm asking you, ma'am, have a man come to you, a black man. Well, let me ask you this. Let's go the route that you're taking. You said you have a man that you've been with. You're not married. You've just been with him for many years. You have a child by this man. Have this man that you love, that you claim to be your man, ever say, baby, I'm not going to marry you unless you give me better income?
No,
So why are you together then, man? If
we are
it's
to
needed, why is he
we
with
got
you?
we got
If it's
together.
needed.
We got together when we were really young, so we've been together ever since then. He didn't come from. He's actually mixed race. White mama, black daddy. So he grew up in a household where his white mother was the sole breadwinner.
So
You
what that
know,
have to do with you
hmm
with his relationship? Are you marrying a mother
and
or not?
they never got married. So in his mind, he feels as though marriage isn't necessarily needed because he grew up with his black father, not appreciating marriage.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want marriage?
I honestly feel like marriage is not a big deal, long as
So
the
that's
two
why you're
people are
not married.
long as two people are together raising the kids together under one roof.
Ma'am, all due respect to you and your opinion, I find that to be kind of like some BS because marriage is important for the children. They need to understand
How
how
is that?
marriages work, ma'am. They need to understand what you're talking about is this modern age type of we just hook up, we stay together, and there's no responsibility. That's
That's majority of
responsibility.
black men. That's majority of black men's
That's
mentality
not the
because only
majority
twenty
of black men.
percent.
The
Yes,
majority of
that
black
is.
women are childless.
No,
See, that's
that's
what
not true at all.
where are your facts, man? I can tell you blackdemographic.com is my facts. Go
Black
look it
men,
up.
black men over the age of 40. By the time they get to 40, they have kids. Come on, stop.
Really?
You're talking about
Man,
a small
before you
demographic
go any
between
further
18 to
now,
25.
before you go any further, let me show you how you're wrong. I'm 45 years old, have no children. I'm in
A
upper
lot.
middle class.
I know plenty of black.
I want you know, no, don't dismiss that because you said the majority. You
I
said
know
the
plenty of
majority
black
is the
women that don't
majority.
have children either. I know plenty of black women that don't have kids. I have friends
I'm not
that
talking
are
about them.
career women that don't have kids.
You just made a blanket statement saying that the majority of black men have children and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, I'm one of those men that you made that blanket statement. I am 45 years old, October the 12th, 1977. I live in a suburban area. I got a home that's worth over $400,000 and I vehicle over $70,000. And I can prove this stuff I'm not capping, but I have no children. So why would you say that all of us are the same when I'm telling you I'm one of the ones who are not that?
Black men regurgitate the same talking points over and over and over and
So,
over
so they're
again.
not. So I'm regurgitating. I'm responding to what you're saying. I'm pointing out where you are wrong at. That's what I'm doing, man.
I'm not
And,
wrong, sir, but go
and
ahead.
you think that being married is not something that your children need to see. You don't think
With
they need to know that my
kids,
daddy is a husband?
kids grow up in two-parent family homes. Mama and daddy is okay.
Okay to whom? To the children, or is that what you want?
It's okay regardless because
Is that what you
marriage.
want, or is that what the
What
kids
is
want?
marriage? Marriage is a paper, right? It's like we went down to
No,
the
ma'am.
courthouse
No,
and got
ma'am.
got
Are you a
married, right?
Christian? Let me ask you this. Are you a Christian?
Am I Christian? I was born Christian.
Okay, if you're a Christian, did God make the institution of marriage?
I believe in a higher power, higher consciousness.
Okay, is God
So
the higher power? Because
the
you're trying
whole,
to run around here. Is God the higher power, ma'am?
you know what? You're doing too much.
No, all right, you just can't handle it. You can't handle it.
No,
Is
because
God the higher
you're
power?
being very
Everyone, all right. To
I
the
came here
audience,
I
okay,
came here in
ma'am,
peace.
I'm not trying to make it where you're uncomfortable. That's not my intention. I'm showing you the utmost respect, but I'm going to talk to the audience while I'm speaking to you. I want the audience to understand this right here. I just asked this woman who says she's a Christian that believes in God. Is God the higher power? And she said, I'm doing
I
too
said I
much.
was raised. I said I was born in Christianity. I didn't say I was.
So you're not a Christian.
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. So let me take it outside of Christianity. Let me take it
Hmm.
to some secular area, okay? In the world today, do you think it's important? I'm asking you a question without you getting mad. Do you think it's important for children to understand how to operate and to move in marriage by watching the example of a woman and a man be a husband and a wife?
We're together under the same roof. Our kids grow up. Right now they're with their dad. The dad just took them to the park. And so I was on this live listening to you, right? So I'm actually in the process of actually going to wash some clothes. And then, like I said, you popped up and I'm like, what is this right
And
here?
thank you for,
You know,
thank you for
so
allowing
so
me.
now they're so
Or
that
whatever you have
now
to
they're
bring
with
to the
their
table,
dad.
man.
Now
All
now
right.
they're with their dad. I'm at the house, about to wash some clothes, get the house tidy up. So when they
Yes,
come
ma'am.
back home, they will see, what I mean, the clothes and stuff are washed. They will
Well, let
see
me
that
ask
they
you
have
this, ma'am. Let me
clean
ask you
clothes for
this.
the next day. Yes.
Let me ask you this, Miss Nada. Do you
Hmm.
think it's a good example? I'm gonna ask you this. I'm not trying to put you in the hot seat, but I want to ask you this. Do you think it's a good example for your children to see a woman and a man shack up together?
If they are in a loving family, mama and daddy, loving family, isn't that great enough? Isn't that great for them to see their father go out and work and take care of all the bills and come back home and be a good father? Isn't that
No,
enough
ma'am,
for
that's not
kids?
enough.
So we
That's
need,
good. Those things are good
yeah,
to an
right.
extent, but that's not enough. It's important for children to understand the importance of a family
Black,
structure. This is not a
I,
family structure. This is two
hmm
people living together that got kids. I see that everywhere. I'm talking about a marriage. The reason why the black community is falling apart
we
because
operate
there
as
are
a
no
marriage.
strong black families now. This is
We
not.
operate right. We operate as a marriage. It's not my fault.
So if you're operating as a
Men are the
marriage, then why
gatekeepers.
not get married?
Men are the gatekeepers of marriage.
Why not get married then? If you're operating like a marriage
Tell him
already, why
that.
not get married?
Tell him that.
So now you're putting it on him because a while ago you said you didn't really care about marriage. So which one is it? Is it you or
Because
him or
I'm
both?
because I see now in the black community, people don't respect marriage. They can care less about marriage.
That is not true. You know why
That
I'm
is
saying it's not
true.
true? Over
That is
80% of
true.
men are married to black women, ma'am. If they didn't
But
think that, look
black
at
men
black
are
demographics
cheaters.
for the numbers. And let me tell you
Out
something. So
black
why do black people get married if they don't think it's important? Are you the only one out here
twenty
that
percent,
nobody
twenty
married?
percent of 20% of black men get married.
All right. Go to blackdemographic.com. Let me pull it up for you. You got your phone, pull up blackdemographic.com, and you'll find out how many people get married. And I want you to
How
explain
many
to
black
me.
men are
No,
married?
I
Only
want you, ma'am,
20%.
ma'am, ma'am. I want you to explain to me why you believe in the black community that nobody wants to get married. Because that's what your
Black men
statement was.
don't. Y'all talk about this all the time in the manosphere. How much you guys hate marriage and how much you hate kids. Y'all talk about this all day long. You do
Ma'am, don't
5-hour
put me in the box
streams.
with everybody else because I don't believe it. My whole channel exists to point out the problems in the black community so that they can become marriageable. At the end of many of my videos, I talk about there is no black community without the black woman. The problem is with the black woman, y'all don't value yourselves. Y'all don't love yourselves. That's why you can't love
No,
nobody else.
black men don't love yourself just because you guys are unaliving black men at record numbers. Y'all killing off other black men like crazy. Y'all don't like each
Wait.
other.
This is the myth. I'm tired of hearing this. I know what you're saying, but let me ask you this. How many black women today are known for shooting at people?
Shooting at people is a very small number.
No. How many black women are known for shooting at people? How many black women are
I don't.
killing people?
I don't. Come on now. You know that's not even normal. Seriously, come on. You're
Ma'am,
trying to
I
make
don't
up
look on
something.
the news.
You're
I see
making up
more.
stuff.
No, I'm not. Pull
You're
it
making
up.
up stuff to try
No,
to
I am.
try to
Hold
prove
on.
a point.
How
You're
many
doing
black
straw man
women are
arguments. Come on,
power and
seriously.
murder?
Come on, Jeremy.
Okay, I'm gonna show you something. So you think I'm making it up, right? So I just said this, and this I just said how many black women are killing people, and it went to the Wall Street Journal. I'm gonna show you the Wall Street Journal, and the title was "Murders of Black Women."
I don't see it.
All right, man. Let's make it easy. Go to
Let
your
me ask you
phone.
this, Jeremy. Can I,
No. Since you can't see it, go to your
Jer-
phone and you ask on your
Jeremy,
phone how many, or just do it simple. Say like, how many men have been murdered by black
Jeremy,
women in 2023?
Jeremy,
Just do that.
can I ask you a question, Jeremy, please?
Go
Can I
ahead,
ask you a
man.
question? Okay, here's the thing, right? I'm quite sure you got a hat on. Look like you're probably from Texas somewhere. I mean, somewhere in the South, right?
I said I was in
Um,
Texas earlier this live stream, man.
oh,
I
you
said I was
did?
in Texas. You must
Oh, I
just
didn't know
I
that.
did
I
say
didn't
I
know
was in
that.
Texas. And
Oh,
the
okay, good.
Federa is not restricted to Texas and down
I
south,
I
now.
know it's I know it's I know it's not. I know it's not, but just based on your look, I can probably tell you're from Texas. I didn't even know that. That's just my intuition, because women, we have very strong intuition with stuff, right?
But you don't have
Like,
enough intuition to get married.
but this is the point I'm trying to make here, right? I'm quite sure you have a gun. Okay, when you leave your house with your gun, because you live in a right to carry state, right? You have your gun to protect yourself from what? Other black men. You're not afraid of black women.
That's a
Black
lot.
women carry black
No,
women.
no,
You
no.
don't.
See,
You're
you
not in
don't get
fear
to do
of
that
black
on this channel.
women.
No, no,
You're
no, no,
not
no,
in
no,
fear of
no,
black
no.
women.
No,
Stop
no, you
lying.
don't get to do that on. Let me tell you, you don't get to do
You're
this on
not.
this channel.
No,
You
you're
are
not
not
scared of black
allowed to
women.
make it seem like I'm protect myself from black men because black men are animals. If
I
I
didn't
have
say
a
they were
gun,
animals.
it's for a
I didn't
black
say they were
woman.
animals.
Everybody else is going to do me harm. Black men are not the
But
only
mainly
ones
black men, though. But mainly you carry it for black men. But mainly you carry a gun because you want to protect yourself from other black men, because those are your biggest enemies.
Ma'am, let's get back to this topic because you're going way off now because you're just talking all the world. What do you have to bring to the table other than your income?
No, you was asking the question, what do black women bring to the table in the black?
I'm
Right, but
asking now,
I'm talking about
what
in the
do
black
you have
community.
to
We
bring
bring
to
out.
the table other than your income?
What do
Please,
you think
ma'am.
what do you think we should bring to the table?
What do you have to bring to
What do
the
you think we should
table
bring to
other
the
than
table? What do you think we should bring to the table?
what do you have to bring to the table other than your income? I'll get to that, ma'am, but get to my question.
What do
I'll
we?
get to what I think. Please.
Because anything I say, you're gonna knock it down and make it seem like it's not
Okay, let me say it like
something
this.
to
Let me
bring
say
to
it
the
a different
table.
way. What do you have to bring to the table other than your income?
There's a
I
lot
want
of
to
things
hear
black
this.
women
Black
bring
men,
to the
what do you
table.
have to bring to the table other than the income, man? I'm asking. What do you have to
We
bring to the table?
I can do a whole list of things, but then you're gonna knock me down and say that's not true. Okay, whatever. Okay, black women bring a clean house to the table. Black women bring femininity to the table, girly stuff to the table. Black
Girl,
women bring.
what's the girly
I
stuff,
can
man?
talk for myself. Girly stuff like we pretty much candles. We clean the
Candles?
house.
You
I'm
bring
just
to the
saying.
table candles?
I just see you're just trying to make a mockery out of me.
No,
See
I'm
how
not.
you do?
You,
You're trying to
ma'am, you
twist
just
it
said
up.
what you had to bring to the table was a bunch of candles, and I
No,
want to know.
I'm saying things to beautify the house, make the house smell good, things like that. Because men are not gonna do that. Y'all don't have a stinky house.
That's not true, man. My house don't.
Y'all don't even take care of y'all hygiene. Y'all hygiene is terrible. And you got a whole video talking about black women's hygiene. But come on, you black men got the
Because
most
y'all are
horrible
nasty. A lot of y'all
hygiene.
black women have. Y'all leading the highest
Y'all
rate
don't
of
even go to the
STDs.
dentist.
Ma'am.
Y'all don't even go to the dentist.
Hold on. Let me read something to you. I wrote something out earlier for a different show. All right, now you can look this up for my sources of the CDC and the BMC Women's Health. 57% of black women have HIV.
That's a lie.
No. Do you want to dispute that? Where's your
Yes.
source? Where your sources?
Come on now, seriously. The CDC even said that black men are better
I'm
fathers.
reading it to you, man. I'm reading the facts to you.
That is not.
You can
50%
also
of black
read
women have
it.
HIV. Are you serious? Come on now.
You don't want to hear the truth. Black girls 15 to the age of 15 to 19 years old are 4.5 times higher than white girls of that age to have chlamydia. That means 100,000.
You said chlamydia or HIV? Which one?
Have chlamydia. That's
you talk. Let me ask you this right here. How do you think these women are getting these STDs?
Wait, ma'am. If I can't cite sources to you that are verifiable facts that you can look up or anyone watching my program can go look for, if you don't want to listen to that, how are you going to listen to anything else? I don't know the CDC personally. I didn't tell them to go do these clinical studies.
Let me say this right here.
They came up with.
Let's look at the facts here. Let's look at the facts, right? Okay. Black women go to the doctor at higher rates than black men. We know this, right? That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true.
No, hold that. Only 30% of women actually go. No, hold on. Let me show you. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm gonna
black women go. Yes. So in any case, with okay, but here's the thing though. Men are the carriers of diseases, right? The reason It's hard to get
Men just
HIV
get
from a woman. It's very difficult to get HIV from a woman. Men give women HIV because of a couple of
okay,
reasons. Now you
ma'am.
can look this up.
Before you go any
Because of
further,
your
wait,
DL
before you go any further,
lifestyle.
ma'am, before you
Because
go any further, let me interject something. Let me say
okay.
something. All right,
Yes,
don't
sir.
overtalk me. I don't overtalk me. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You just made a statement that said that women go to the clinic more than men. That's what
Doctor.
you just said, right? Do you
I
stand
said
on
women go to the doctor. I said women go to the doctor more than black men.
that? Yeah,
Yes.
do a doctor work in the clinic? Then
You
it
said the word
do.
clinic.
All
I
right,
said
ma'am,
doctor.
ma'am,
I
all
said
right,
we go
ma'am,
to
ma'am,
doctor.
listen. All right, don't overtalk me right quick and listen to one thing. I'm for to counter what you said. You just made a statement saying that women go to the doctor, clinic, whatever, more than men. I'm for to read to you, and I'm gonna put it up to here what the CDC says that you don't believe in. I'm gonna read it, then I'm gonna put it for everyone to see. It says that the CDC said the disturbing trend backed up by the Centers of Disease Control. The CDC reports that women are 33% more likely to visit the doctor than men, and women are 100% better at maintaining screening and preventive care. What that means is less than half of the black women in the community go to the doctor, but 100% of those who go there maintain screening and preventive care. The ones who go, they are 100% at screening and preventive. Now, only 30%, that's a myth. Now, I'm going to hold this up to the camera, and I want you to look it up yourself, gentlemen and women. I want you to look, and you see for yourselves. Can you read that, ma'am? Can you see this? Can you see that where it says the CDC? Hold on, I'm getting bored on the camera. Can you see that? I'm going to hold it still. Can anyone see that?
What it says? I can't see it.
Can you see it now? Hold on.
No, sir.
Hold on. Can you see it now? This is CDC saying that only 33% of women are more likely to, are more likely to go to the doctor, but 100% out of those 33% actually maintain screening. And
Is that women or black women?
So wait.
Is that women or black women?
Wait a minute, man. Wait.
Is that
Right
women or
there.
black women?
Wait a minute, ma'am. Those are facts that I didn't make. I don't know the CDC. All that stuff y'all be saying that women go to the doctor more than men is a lie.
We do.
Less than half of black women go to the doctor.
Was that black women or women in general?
How do black men get chlamydia? How do black men get crabs? How do black men get the clap?
They get it from men. They get it from men. Men are the carriers of diseases. Come on now. You know this.
You are. Women are
No, we're not.
diseases.
No, we're not. Men are. Men are.
Look, you look. If a man sleeps with a woman that has an STD and he don't have an STD, does that mean that she's the carrier of the STD if he get it from her?
It's hard to get HIV. We were talking about HIV.
I'm not talking about just HIV. I'm talking about every STD. If a woman
Chlamydia,
has
gonorrhea.
if a woman has herpes, if a woman has chlamydia, and the man that she sleeps with don't have no STD, if he sleeps with that woman and catch it from her, was she the carrier of that disease? Crickets. Can't say nothing. Stop saying that black men are dirty.
They are.
Saying black men are y'all dirty.
You guys are way more promiscuous. Y'all are very promiscuous.
Let's back up to what
Come
you told me at
on.
the beginning. You are a woman who have been sleeping and seeing a man that is your child or your father for over since you was what high
The
school?
only person I ever slept with in my life. The only person I ever slept with.
Married, ma'am. The reason why you're not married because you're not marriageable. Because you're difficult. You're argumentative. You refuse facts.
Why his white mama didn't get married to the black daddy? Because y'all claim white women are submissive, fit, and feminine. Why his black daddy didn't marry the white mama?
Your man took your kids to the park.
He don't have any great example. He doesn't have a good example of marriage.
Man, you've been sleeping with for how many years? And you're still not married? And
why you not married? Why you not married?
Married to a man that you have children with, ma'am?
Why you not married?
That ain't none of your business, ma'am. You on my show.
Why you not married? Tell me why you not married. No, it's not deflection.
Why ain't you married?
You're not married.
Ma'am.
Black men don't respect marriage. Only 20% of you guys get married.
Your children, ma'am.
Tell him to marry me then. Tell him that.
Well, I gotta tell him that's your man. You know, in high school.
Because black men are very impressionable. You guys are very impressionable by your peers.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what you want and what you need to hear. He ain't married you because you're not marriageable. He don't want to marry you. A man is not gonna hang in a relationship.
Why he takes care of me? Why does he take care of? Why does he take care of me and our kids then? If that's the case,
you're a fool, man.
I'm a fool.
You're a fool. I don't respect you. Buy if you want to go buy. Because it's fool. That's fool. How you gonna say you with a man for so many years?
You're not even married. You're not marriage material. Why you haven't married a woman yet? You're 50. You're almost 50 years old. You're almost 50 years old.
And now you can't talk. You can talk. You muted. You're muted. Now, gentlemen, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. This woman said that she had a man that she'd been with since high school, has children by the same man. He at the park. I guess he on the monkey bar with the kids or something right now, whatever it may be. But he don't want to marry her. Now, you know, all of you gentlemen know, if a woman is anything like she says she is, if a man staying with this woman for over 10 to 15 years, he ain't going to marry her because he don't want to marry her. She is not marriageable. You see how difficult she is? You see how it is when I bring up the fact with the CDC? You see how she is when I bring up verifiable facts and I try to show her and say anyone in the group can look it up? She don't want to do that because she got to be right. She want to be right. And the reason why she can overtalk me on my show, because that's how she treat her man. Whenever I say something, she wants and cut me off. That's how she talk to her man. This is why he ain't marrying you. You're not submissive. You're not feminine. You're not tender. You are not pleasant to be around. I can see that right now. I'm finna unmute you. Let me see. Let me prove it. I want y'all to see the venom that's finna come out of her mouth right now. You're unmute, ma'am. Speak.
You are an angry black man.
Y'all hear this? I unmuted her, and the first thing she boy, you are proving me right. Everything I say, man.
I don't care about your point of view.
Passport bros and flying.
Y'all are mean. Black men are mean. Really? Black men are mean. Y'all are so mean. Y'all are very mean. Yes.
Man, why your husband?
What does that got to do anything?
Why your
I don't know. Ask him.
Ma'am, why are you not married? Man,
why you not married?
You know, legally, I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna piss you off, but I'm gonna be real with you, okay? But I want you to hear me out before you try to turn my head off. But you know the legal definition of the word bastard is a child that don't have his father, they ain't married. So you raising bastard children even though you got the father in the house.
Well, it doesn't matter. My kids are with their dad right now. He just left the house to take the kids to the park. So it don't. Your opinion doesn't matter. You're irrelevant.
If you leave your man right now, they'll be bastards. Completely.
Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, you don't look at you. You're almost 50 years old, and you sitting around drinking alcohol. You're gonna end up like Kevin Samuels.
Oh, y'all heard this? Kevin Samuels. Oh my God,
you're gonna end up like Kevin Samuels. You drink alcohol. You smoke cigars. You need to go get a checkup. What's up with your lungs and your kidneys?
Ma'am, I get checked up every year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm looking at you right now. You're very overweight. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you are.
Up here. How you know I'm overweight?
I can tell.
See how she being disrespectful. How she really is the poster child of today's modern black woman.
I'll be that way. It is what it is.
I mean,
you're just some guy. You're just some guy on the internet. Who are you?
I'm Jeremy Hill.
You're a modern black man. You are a modern black man. You're not traditional. You're not traditional. You're a modern black man. What are you talking about?
I'm a modern black man with traditional values. That's why I don't have a bunch of kids around. That's the reason why I don't have a woman that I stay with for 20-something years with kids and not marrying her. Because if I did that, I would marry my woman.
You would? Why you not married now?
You don't want to be
married.
Why
aren't you married? Why aren't you married?
Because I don't want to be, man.
Why you don't? Where's your white women at? You're Puerto Rican. Your Thai women. You got your Thai women. You know, aren't you a passport bro? Are you a passport bro?
Again, back to what I'm going to ask you. What do you have to bring to the table? Other than your income and bad attitude.
What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What do black men bring to the table? What do y'all bring to the table?
Or you can get off the screen, man. What do you have to bring to the table?
Okay, it is what it is. I came here because, like I said, you was in the algorithm, and I was like, "What is this guy talking about?" So I go to your channel and I see all these videos. This is what you guys do. You guys have created an economy off of bashing black women, and you guys are mad at us and jealous of us because we're doing better than you guys. That's just what it is. Yes, you guys are. You guys are very jealous. You're jealous? No, y'all do not. But what? $2,000 more dollars? You guys make an average of $34,000. Not that much. No, y'all don't. Shut up, lying. You lying. Stop lying. Not that much. Because this is why you guys are.
Thank you for being a butthole lie. Woo! God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. I can see how why he didn't ask her to marry and stuff. I mean, that, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, I'm
You
sure
see
she's
that? You see that, sir? You see how the attitude and the entitlement and like you gotta be wrong and I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, it gets tired. It gets tired. I mean, the thing is, again, I mean, but that's come from that interdependency thing that has to really be taught and sown. And I think a lot of times in our community, we feel like marriage is not, it's got knocked down because women haven't been able to get it, or they didn't require it in the beginning. That's the thing. Again, we have to change our standards. We have to elevate our standards. I think Black men, we have to stop taking less. But I think we're waking up to our value, to what we bring to the table. Other women see it. So again, it's open up competition. It's open up competition. I think my sons, I'm raising them to, to be stand up men,
Yes,
be
sir.
loyal, understand how to make money, grow money, how to save. You don't spend everything you got coming in. You get
Yes,
away
sir.
from this luxury lifestyle we have going on in this community. Forget about what you have on the outside, work on your internals. And that's really one of the things we have to work on. We got to elevate our inside. We're not going to beat them monetarily, but we can catch them monetarily and surpass them by working on our interior or working on our internals. You know what I mean? And that's really mean, whereas though I'm not going to stab my brother in the back for $1. You know what I
Right.
mean? If someone comes to me, let's say, I've had a situation where I had business dealings that didn't go the way I wanted to because I felt like the other person was looking out for their bottom line instead of looking out for my best interest. And we got to get away from that. We got to make sure that we put our brother's interest ahead of our dollar bottom line. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So,
I agree with you.
but as far as like, talking, I think as far as, I know from my perspective, especially as far as men, if you come at us logically and say, hey, this is what it is, we're considerate. We're considerate. We just around and up the rate. You know what I mean? Say, well, okay, well, what you want to do, I think we can do it, but how about we can tailor it and do this? Or maybe try to go ahead and make it a long-term plan. But again, I mean, it has to be a give and take. But I think a lot of times she does a lot of talking and doesn't listen, which a lot of black, well, I don't know, I don't want to say black women, but I think, well, that's the only experience I have. I think a lot of times you see it where they like to talk, but they don't necessarily listen as much. It's you got to be able to open up your ears.
Oh, sir, hold on 1 second. I want to say one thing, real quick. Whoever Italy Seltzer is, if you'd like to get into the live stream, let me know, and I'll send you a link. I like your comment; it's very positive. It said if her man was to leave, she probably would change if no other man wanted her, and I think it would be good to hear it from a woman's point of view because all Black men are wrong apparently. So if you're still on this stream, please let me know, and we'll bring you into this. I'd love to hear a positive point of view from a Black woman. Thank you. I'm listening to you, Mr. Wayne, and I agree with what you were saying too. That dollar bill has changed the Black community in such an evil way, man.
It it has. It's weird. I'm talking with and we just can't put a dollar value on that. I mean, even our education system. Even though you have a degree or things, just because of just as far as like I talk about interdependency, a lot of times, men, we don't necessarily need to go to college to get an income, get a substantial income because just from our life skills, our experience, our time, we're able to go ahead and grow and develop and go ahead and become resourceful. Make ways out of no way, especially Black men. We've created industries. Look at what we've done with music,
Yes.
entertainment. We've done a lot of that we've created the cultures.
Yeah.
We talk about just as recently as hip hop and things. It's multi-billion-dollar industries now. You know what I mean? And that's from our ingenuity. So nothing was there. We used our creativity, ingenuity to create something and get it out of nothing. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm about as far as we need to work on our spirituality because there's plenty of resources and things that can come out of here. But by us not being spiritually aware and treating each other with respect and dignity and not putting that dollar bill above it, we're not able to take advantage of much of this as we should be able to. Even we talk about hip hop and we got to make a shift from the violence part. You know what I mean? I have a promotion company. I love to do shows and different things, but it's hard to get insurance. You know what I mean? Because just with the dynamic of it. But again, I mean, I think we have a lot of things that we can move forward with. But again, it has to be some type of sacrifice. You know what I mean? As far as everybody's got to give up a little power. I think women have, especially black women, have been in power, been in authority for so long, they're not willing to give it up. But we're gonna have to
I
take it from
agree.
them.
I agree. I think a lot of it comes down to simps too, sir. The beta males, whatever they want to be called. I think we have a problem where a lot of single women are raising men into beta males. It's not because that the men are bad. I think they grew up seeing life through a feminine point of view. So they believe that they have to save every woman out there and think that all women are equal and that women should not earn. See, men, it's okay for men to be earned. I don't know where this is coming from, where women feel that we have to earn them. We don't protect us. We are the
Yes.
providers. We are the leaders. You have to put yourself out there and be ready to compete with a white woman, an Asian woman, a black woman for a good man. Because good men are hard to find.
Yes.
And women feel
Yes.
entitled. They feel entitled that
Yes.
you owe them. And this is one of the reasons why we have so many struggles in our relationship, because there's a power struggle. There's a power struggle between the man and the woman. Like, the woman wants to run the household, but it's the man's innate ability to run the household if he's a good man, if he's a productive, competitive, serious man. But you get women who don't want to respect a man's role. And
Exactly. And
I
I,
think
and,
we have.
and I think you just, I mentioned earlier that, men, we tend to be long-term thinkers. The thing is, it's also had to be a trust involved in there. I look at it like, hey, if I'm, you're running this ship, I'm in the car with you. I'm not trying to go in the ditch. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because I'm
yes.
in the ditch here with you, so I'm not trying to run this car into the ditch. And again, I mean, you have your children involved with it. Again, from a legal standpoint and things, you want to have that legal commitment, and it's a matter of both people providing what the other person needs. You know what I mean? Now, I think another thing I talked about, the luxury thing that we have going on now is trips, five-star restaurants, luxury brand clothes and things. We got to get away from that. You know what I mean? Again, especially if you're coming from a household, a lot of times we're not, your commitment, your marriage that you have maybe the first committed marriage you have for a time. You know what I mean? So that's a step in the positive direction. And you got to make sure you have that completed all the way to the beginning. You want to leave something for the next generation. We can't keep on starting from zero either. You know what I mean? Like, when you go on the ground, you got to leave some resource. You got to leave some homes. You want to leave some stock profits. Maybe start some businesses or things like that.
Well,
So the next generation.
let me ask you a question, Mr. Wayne. What was your opinions of that exchange I just had with that black woman right there? What was your opinion of that?
I think she had when she first came on. I heard some things that she started talking about. And again, I didn't. I mean, I felt like she wanted to throw some feminist talking points out there. I think it's the spirit that we have going around. Whereas though, again, I mean, we got to squash it. I mean, it's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. It's like, I think that's really what she wanted to do. She had a couple points that she wanted to put out there, but you're like, hey, no, I don't want to listen to that. Stay on topic,
Hmm.
and it threw a monkey in her works.
Hmm.
So she didn't really know what to say after that.
Yes,
But
sir.
I think the young lady, she wants to try to be. I would recommend for her to try to be compliant. Try to understand what her I say man is looking for her. Maybe even just have a heartfelt conversation with them. Say, hey, we have these children together. I'm committed to you. You know, I want you to be committed. I mean, I don't know all the particulars, but a lot of times you gotta be transparent. And again, men, we respond to women that are be vulnerable and want our protection. A lot of times, our protection also is also just listening and following our direction. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
when we have those things in place, and you're not. We tell you to do one, two, three, four, five. You can't do one and two and then skip over two and three.
Exactly.
Because a lot of
You
times
know,
when your brain works, it's
you
like,
know
hey, you
what?
got to follow all the steps.
I agree with you, man. I think that I want to ask all them questions before she started talking. 'Cause I want to see what kind of person I was dealing with. If you are a woman, if she's not lying, that's another thing I consider. Maybe she was lying about all this stuff. But if she's a woman who has a man that she's been seeing since she was in high school, And then she has 2 children by this man. They've been together for about 16, 17 years. And she says she feels that marriage is just a piece of paper and all this stuff like that. My thing is, what example are you setting for those children? They got to know how to operate in America. They may not share the same belief that you have about that. They may want to be married one day. That's not good for the community. That's not good shacking up and spending 50 years together and having multiple children. It don't make any sense to me. So she was trying to act like it's okay and we should accept it that all black men are dirty, but all black men carry STDs. All black men don't want to be married. All black men have kids outside of wedlock. That's why I use myself. I don't have kids out of wedlock. You know what I mean? So she make a lot of blanket statements out there, and like I was just challenging her positions, and then she started getting mad and upset. Like I started combating with her. Maybe I shouldn't have did it the way I did it, but it was just the fact that these modern day black women don't want to listen. They don't want to see that they may be wrong. They don't want to. If you can't change, you can't find the problem. And like that's all I was trying to tell her. So when she started trying to deflect and start talking about why you ain't married, we're not talking about me. You're my show. You know what I mean? It's talking about why you're not married. You know what I mean? So it's sad, man. It's really sad because she is a good example of what my videos are talking about. She's a great example of that. And people like her, many black men have experienced women like her. She's just unpleasant. You can tell that she's disagreeable. You can tell that she's argumentative. You can tell that she must be right. You can see those things in a few, half an hour or less about her, just through them conversations. And like, we need to address that issue, man. We need to address the attitudes that black women have. And attitude ain't always just being mean. I'm talking about the attitude towards femininity, your attitude towards submissiveness, your attitude. It covers a whole lot. And these women don't have this upbringing, you know, and that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there, man. Can't argue with you there, but again, I think it still comes back to us raising both our expectations, and I think as far as on the men's perspective, since the only thing we can do is address us. So again, that's where is that we start raising our expectations, and some things we just don't deal with. You just walk right by. You know what I mean? You don't engage with them. You know, you just act like they're not even there. You know, again, I mean, you only can really protection. Again, it has to come with followership, with listening, and it goes both ways. A lot of times, from a woman's perspective, she does see things different ways than what you do, and you may see it at a different perspective. But when she presents that perspective, it's a way that you go here to provide that perspective, and sometimes you may not have an answer right then and there, but hey, give the gentleman a chance to sleep on it. You know, a night or a couple of days. Hey, let me come back and revisit, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and see what it is. But again, it's a combination, and you're looking to do what's best for the family, and the family is always in front. You know what I mean?
Mr. Wayne, we got her back on here. You're welcome to stay in this chat, Mr. Wayne, if you like to. She's on here too. I want to see what you have to say. Miss Nada Jean, what would you like to say?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to defend myself. Is there echo? I'm sorry.
Ma'am, before you go any further, let me tell you, no one was attacking you. I was not attacking you. There's no need to defend yourself. You stood on your position of what you believed in. I respect that, but I would have to humbly disagree with a lot of the points that you made. I think that you made a lot of blanket statements about black men in general, and this is a man's channel, and I'm an advocate for men. I am a proponent of marriages between black men and black women, believe it or not. And the only reason why I come across as militant or whatever harsh is because I really want the problem in our communities to be identified and then solved.
Which is understandable.
But this is what it is.
Okay, which is understandable. Yeah, I just wanted to just say something. Is that this is YouTube, right? And in this space on YouTube, there's not a safe space for black women, especially when we come into, like, I don't know if you're manosphere, but a lot of stuff you're saying is kind of manosphere type of content that I'm seeing, right? So when we come here, we're being somewhat brave so that we can actually get our point across. So, but when we're dealing with people that are, in my opinion, you know, you said.
Ma'am, let me ask you a question real quick. Let me say something, and I'm not trying to cut you off, but you say some things, and I want to address what you say. That's why I stop a lot of times. You said y'all come in here acting brave. It may come across as bravery to you women, but to men, it comes across as being masculine.
Okay, well, you have a platform, right? And I happen to come across your video, And you were saying, hey, y'all wanted to bring some black women on here to call in, right? So was that being masculine because I called in? I'm confused.
Okay, let me help you with your confusion. Asking a black woman or women to come onto my show so we can talk is not asking you to be masculine. It's
Okay.
asking you to come in and contribute to the topic. When you come in, as you say, being brave, your bravery to me translate as you being rude, disrespectful, insulting, and masculine. All I want for you is what other men want from all black women is that you are pleasant, that you are nice, and that you are meek. If you treat me in a certain type of way, you're going to get that same treatment back. I have no reason to come across harsh to
Was
you.
I mean to? But was I mean to you though? Was I being mean to
Ma'am,
you?
you are very disrespectful. You
How?
try to I'm trying to tell you, man. You will always overtalk me. You were very loud. You were very belligerent. You was insulting. You
It's
were
not true.
disrespectful. And you came across as self-centered and arrogant the entire time. And whenever I try to provide any facts from the CDC or BMT or anything or blackdemographic.com that I ask you that you yourself can go verify, you were dismissive of that. So the way you come across is not as a lady. You come across as adversarial. That's what I want you to understand. And when I was asking you about stuff about you and your husband and your children, the reason I was asking you those questions first, so I could see what type of woman I was dealing with. And there is a problem, regardless of the fact that you might not accept it or not, for a woman to have children with a man for so many years, stay with him and not get married, there is something wrong. The traditional black family used to believe in marriage. This modern age stuff where we all live together and like we leave, that's not good for the community. It's
So
not.
should I
So you're
leave?
not
So
doing
should I?
that.
So should I leave? So should I leave him and be a single mother because he's not marriage minded?
I can't say that now because I haven't talked to him. I got to hear his side of the story. I need to understand why a man would have a child, have children with a woman, stay with her for multiple years, and then don't marry her. That's why I think I'm not getting the whole story from you. I think there's another side of this story that he needs to be on, so I can understand why he hasn't married you. Because all I know is you. I
I
don't know what you say.
I just try to explain it to you.
Oh, hold on, Wayne. You want to say something? Like you want to say something, sir? Go ahead.
I just wanted to. I mean, it's kind of like a statement that I wanted to say. I mean, it's more like again, we just we're lowering our expectations. I mean, marriage really was something that was for a lifetime. You know what I mean? And really, once you start having children, I mean, that's your legacy as a man. To me, you will want
Yeah,
to make sure you're installing. I call it the proper software. You're setting your core for your children. You're setting your beliefs, your foundations, the way you see the world, and you want to impose that onto your children. The only way you can do that, you got to be there 24/7. I mean, the world we
exactly.
live in now, with new technology and things have changed. It's things that we're dealing with that we just didn't have to deal with. You can look at you know, I mean, growing up here, look, I mean, we've all looked at adult content. I say that. I was trying to think of the term. Let's say adult content. But the transition that's happened over here is now in the palm of your hands. Versus before, when I grew up, we used to have VHS tapes. We might have had DVDs or magazines for the younger generations, but they're getting exposed to all kind of things. They're not imagined to the other kind of things that they're dealing with between the men, women situations. Those are things that we have to protect our children from.
Now
You
let
know
me
what I
ask.
mean? And
Hold on, Mr. Wayne. Let me ask you, Nadine. Out of everything that man has just told you, do you agree with anything he just said?
I agree.
Okay, so let me ask you this to piggyback on what the gentleman said right there. Why do you feel that marriage is not important in the black community?
The same reason why you don't feel like it's important because you're not married.
Ma'am. Okay, ma'am. This is how we're not going to get along. Okay, I'm not attacking you, and what I do in my personal life is none of your concern. You're on this show, and we're discussing the
The
problems in black
same
community.
way.
Ma'am. You called me to the show knowing what this show is going to be about. You read the title. All right. So you can't come in here and making demands. I can ask you anything on my platform. Okay. And I'm asking you, why do you, as a person, feel that marriage is not important enough for the black community, if not for your own children?
I think what's important in the black community is two parent family homes.
Okay, ma'am, I see that statement, but it goes to the same question. Why do you feel that black marriage is not important for black community or for your own children?
Because I feel like black men don't take marriage seriously.
So that's what it is. You feel that. So the man that you're with right now, you think if you was to marry him, he would not honor the vows of marriage?
Because to be honest with you, Jeremy, I feel like we've been doing fine the way that things are. And I've noticed in the
Ma'am,
black community,
ma'am,
when people
ma'am,
get married, it just
ma'am,
don't work.
ma'am,
They
that's
the
not the question, ma'am.
uh-huh, that's how I'm
That's
giving
not
you
the
my
question.
opinion. I'm
Ma'am,
giving
I
you my
know, but
opinion.
ma'am, answer the question, please. I'm asking you a question. Okay? My question is, do you not think that your man, if you was to marry you, would not honor his marriage vows to you?
Do I think that he will honor his marriage vows to me? Maybe so.
Why is it a maybe? So let me ask you something, ma'am. Have there been any cheating in this relationship? Because when a woman says something like that, it's a hesitant. It's usually some kind of fear there. Why did you
Because
say maybe?
because because a lot of, in my opinion, can I say something, Jeremy, without you interrupting me?
Go ahead, ma'am.
I feel that whenever you put a label on things, especially when it comes to black men, I think that you guys just run them up. You don't respect that.
Okay, I heard your answer. So I'm gonna ask you again. Has there been any cheating in this relationship
Not
from
that I
that
know
man?
of. Not that
Okay.
I know of.
So this man is a good man. Would you call him a good man? Is he a good
I,
provider?
I, I feel like he's an excellent provider. I feel like he's an excellent man.
Okay, ma'am. So like if you have an excellent provider, an excellent man who wants to be in the children's life, but a lot of men don't want to be in their kids' life a lot of times. Why is marriage off the table? You got something that a lot of women would wish they had if what you're
Right.
saying is true. Why have you not had a conversation, or have you, about getting married to a man that
I
is stable?
have. I
So what happened?
have.
Did he reject it or did
I,
you?
I tried to explain it to you in the beginning of the video. I don't want to keep bringing my personal life into a situation, right?
I know you,
I just,
ma'am.
yeah, I explained to you that he's a mixed race guy, right? People that are mixed race, from what I noticed, have a lot of issues. He has severe daddy issues. His daddy never married his white mother. He
Is
saw
there
his
any
white.
therapy in there? This
Uh-huh.
man, has he received
I've,
therapy for
I've
this
I've
issue?
tried to talk to him about that, but some black men don't believe in going to therapy.
So let me ask you this, ma'am. All right, in your heart of hearts, and I'm asking you this, adult, would you like to be married?
I would be married if the vows are taken seriously and it doesn't disrupt anything, because I noticed, I've seen this, because I have friends, I know people that are married and their husbands are like just the worst. They
So
were
I'm
they were
asking
better off.
you.
They were better off when they were not married, in my opinion.
Okay,
It's
I'm
just my
asking you,
opinion.
ma'am. Don't overtalk me, please. I'm asking you. I am listening to you, but you can't keep overtalking me, okay? But I'm asking you, in your heart of hearts, would you like? Don't tell me about your friends and everybody else around the world. I'm asking you, would you like to be married?
I'm afraid of marriage.
Thank you. You know what? And I'm not going to bash you. Okay, I'm not going to bash you about that. This is what the problem that we need to get to that. There's fears. You're not the only black woman that's afraid of marriage. You see what I'm saying? We had to peel all the layers off to get to this. The reason you're afraid, it comes from what you've seen in other people's marriages and what has been happening to you. You see, am I right or am I wrong?
I'm agreeing.
Okay, ma'am, you may have to do a better job at vetting men. If you want to keep this man, that's up to you.
I'm not
No,
vetting men.
listen. If you want to keep this man, and if you want to be married, and there's a fear for you to get married, you're gonna have to get therapy. And you're gonna have to get deep therapy.
Me.
Deep, ma'am. It's not funny. It's not funny. He needs to get therapy too. Both of you need couples therapy. I'm not just talking about you. Both of y'all need to get couples therapy and work out the issues. Because it sounds like from what you told me, he has a fear. Just like you have a fear. Because you tell him about his mom and all this stuff, he's afraid too. He's probably afraid that it don't work out, just like you're probably afraid it's not going to work out either. Because the thing is, we seem to operate in these perimeters of comfort zones. You're comfortable and he's comfortable living underneath the same roof with kids and not having that title. Because that title of wife and husband carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot of responsibility. And when you're married, you have to deal with a whole lot of hardships. Marriage is not easy. You are going to
Jeremy.
have to go to therapy, you and him both, and work it out.
Jeremy, can I ask you a question?
It's nothing about my personal life. Why I'm married, none of that. No. Anything
Of course
other
you
than
don't want
that?
to. Of course you don't want to answer that. But I want to know. Okay, on Black YouTube, right? We see a lot of these quote unquote dating gurus that like to talk about marriage and all this stuff, right? But majority of you guys are not married. So why do you guys even qualify to even talk about marriage and you're not married?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How relevant is your question to what we just talked about? How is, I want to know, me not being married or me having points of view, Steve Harvey had points of view. Y'all run behind him. He said, wait for marriage. Y'all run behind, he done had 3 failed marriages. Why would you listen to a guy that had 3 failed marriages as opposed to a man who has never had 1 failed marriage?
I mean, they're just like Kevin Samuels. They flocked to him. He had 2 failed
I'm
marriages.
not
They
talking about
flocked to
Kevin
him.
Samuels, man. I'm answering your question. I'm not talking about Kevin Samuels. I'm trying to I want to, because women do this. If you got a man who has never had failed marriages but have had a string of successful relationships that he ended, why would you not listen to that man as opposed to a man who have had 3 or 4 failed marriages? Why would you not want to listen? Why would you not want
I
to? Surely I know
in
something.
in my opinion, and even in my man's opinion, we have a very successful relationship, right? Why would
So
we
again,
put?
ma'am,
Yeah. So
you done took us off the subject about you and your man. You took us off the subject with
I,
that. I'm asking
I
you.
honestly, I called in because of the title. I don't want to keep going in my relationship because you're not going into yours. So let's just leave that alone. Let's just
All
focus
right,
on the
ma'am.
title.
Listen, if you're not going to, all right, if you're going to call into the show, you got to be prepared to be questioned. You're going to be scrutinized. If you don't, as men and women, if you don't want to be a part of that, because I'm really trying to help. You might not like how I talk, but I'm really trying to help. Because you really made a breakthrough thing when you said that you were afraid of marriage. That's breakthrough. That's progress. You may not realize it because you feel uncomfortable being honest about that, but that's a lot of, that was good. You're afraid. And we got to understand why you are afraid. You and your man are afraid. And I know deep down in your heart, it's not in a woman's nature to not want to be married. That's not normal. That's not normal. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you need some work. Him too. But as soon as you learn how to be feminine, because I'm gonna tell you, your whole demeanor is nothing feminine about you. It's all defensive. It's all adversarial. There's
We're
nothing
on
about you.
YouTube.
Man, I'm a man. Masculinity has a man has masculinity. We come across as adversarial anyway. That's part of our nature. A
Jeremy,
woman's supposed to be
Jeremy,
different.
Jeremy, we're on YouTube, and I just explained to you on this sector of YouTube, you guys are very mean. You guys are
Ma'am,
very mean. So
stop
women, we're gonna have.
making blatant, ma'am. We're going to end this pretty soon because you keep making blatant statements about black men when I'm not going to tolerate that. You keep
I
trying to
said
throw
on
it all in
YouTube.
the food. You're saying everybody on YouTube that's black act like this. Everybody
I
outside of
said this sector.
YouTube, that's your experience. That's your perception of black
I
men.
see
This is
it.
why ma'am, stop talking for a second, please. This is the reason why black men are having a hard time dealing with y'all, because the way that y'all view our image, the way y'all view us as whoremongers, dope dealers, gangbangers, unfaithful men, liars. That's how anyone who's watching in my comments are saying that. The way that you're coming across is like a mean woman. I've seen your comments about me that I'm mean and I'm unattractive and stuff like that, insulting me. Not one time have I said that you're ugly. Not one time have I called you out your name. Not one time have I disrespected you. All I've done is combat it. I've challenged your position and your point. And because you didn't like what I said, you went to my comments and disrespected me. This is one of the main reasons why he don't want to marry you. Because if you're like that with a stranger, I can only imagine how you are with someone that you know. So you need to get an attitude adjustment, man. No one here is trying to bash you on your head, but you putting yourself in a situation where you're easy to get bashed. You're afraid. Let me ask you this question. Why are you afraid? Don't always tell me it's the neighbor next door wife and husband ain't working out. Why are you afraid of marriage?
Because I see what's happening in the black community.
Okay. Go ahead, Wayne. I see you want to say something. I can see it on your face, bro. Go ahead and say something. You want to comment? Go ahead, bro.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, because
Before y'all comment, someone turn y'all TV down because I keep hearing echoes or something like that. No, something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, that's me. Hold on, my That should be it. Yeah, I think I mean the the I mean, I'm just looking at the black community. Like a lot of times, we're a canary in a coal mine. What's happening in our communities, it's going to spread. It starts spreading to other communities as well. You know, the lack of having two-parent households is going to keep on going. I remember looking at some of the videos. I mean, so many things are coming to light now with just the interaction. Like even when they started doing the what am I thinking of? When they started doing the Section 8, Section 8 housing, let's just say that, public assistance and things like that. I remember seeing like on a documentary, they had a group of young ladies in there, like how many of you guys want to have children? And all the young ladies held their hand up. And then they talked about, hey, you plan on getting married? And it's like, no, I don't want to get married. And, say, hey, I'm not able to get public assistance or not able to get child support. The whole thinking, the framework is not there. You know what I mean? It's not conducive for family to be built.
You know what, Mr. Wayne? I'd like to interject on what you said, Mr. Wayne. And like, I know she might take it the wrong way. I agree with you 100%, sir. But the problem, what I'm noticing is the black woman don't want to humble herself enough to correction. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Miss Nada Jean, whatever your name is, you don't want to listen to no one. You want to think that you're right. You have a problem. Now you're off the screen, but it's still the case.
Can you hear me?
In a marriage, I mean,
yeah, but I can't see you, Nada Jean. I only put your face on the screen.
Hold on, okay? I'm doing something.
Okay, I would say submission really does go both ways. You know what I mean? Like as far as the man, you do want to go ahead and, like I talked earlier, you want to stick your flag. Hey, this is the way we're going. But again, there's always going to be an input. I don't think we have that mentality as far as being dictators. I think we're really one of the more fair-minded men out here because we live in a society in America that, just puts us at the bottom rung. You know what I mean? And then we can even talk about like the education standpoint of it. A lot of our young men are not able to read, articulate, and, do their express themselves as they should. But again, I mean, it comes from, it's a lot of different things that we can go ahead and deal with. But again, I mean, it's a two-family thing, and then a lot of times we're not able to see it. We're not able to see what a committed marriage looks like, how you work through different, I call them trials and tribulation, hills and valleys. You know what I mean? And it's not about happiness. You're not going to be happy most of the time. You know what I mean? But you will have moments of happiness. But you can always build memories and things and have those things that you draw on that keeps you close together.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And keep you moving forward. And a lot of times the kids, kids are kind of a glue in the marriage too, because a lot of times you see them coming out, you birth them, the woman carries them for that period of time, you cut the umbilical cords, you look at the family pictures, you see them as infants, as children, crawling, walking, running. You have them get in different sports and things. And a lot of times I think as far as men goes, you can always, what I'm trying to do with my sons is really just try to give those things that I wish I had. I wish I had my parents.
Let me interject this. I got to say this part after. I agree with what you're saying, but I got to say this. The way that Nada Jean described her man, she described him as the perfect example of a beta male provider. That's what that sounds like to me. The fact that you got a man that's taking care of the kids, the man he's a good man, he's an excellent man. He's there, he's in the picture and stuff. If you're not marrying him, he sounds like a beta male. He doesn't sound like an alpha male. He doesn't sound like a leader type of dude. It seems like she runs him. And that's what I understand. Because when I see this, the way that she described it, listening for a long time, waiting to see that, but the way she described him, he might be a great guy, but you're not married to him. He must be a beta
Jeremy, you are completely wrong. You are completely wrong. He is far.
Now put your face on the screen or be muted. Put your face on there.
Hold on, I'm moving around. I don't want you to see what I'm doing. I'm about to give me like.
You ready? Okay, don't talk to me ready. Don't talk to me ready. All right. Well, like I said, the man is a beta male for what it sounds like. All right. If that's the case, then he's a subservient to her. Even though, because there's no way that you can tell me traditionally that a man will want to be in a household with children that he's raising and being with a woman for multiple years and not even, I don't care about this whole cop out about he's half black, he's half white. I'm just talking about being a man in general. That's not normal. That's not natural. That's not traditional. There's a reason why he's not marrying this woman, and she's not telling because I can't get his side of the facts. All I know is what she's telling me. But just being a man myself tells me there's something wrong with this story. There's no way. And I think a lot of people I read in my comments see the same thing. That's a beta male, man. Anytime a man is willing to do that, that's a beta. He's taking care of them people. He's taking care of her and them kids and not expecting nothing serious from her. Now, I wish he was on here. I'll tell him the same thing because that doesn't make any sense. You still there, Nada?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually taking a clothes to the laundry room.
Like my comment dude, Try023, he make a good point. Your man sound like a Will Smith or a Russell Wilson.
He's far from that.
Well, he's far from that, but you know what? You're right. No, they are. You know why? Because they were married to their women. Will Smith was married to Jada. Russell Smith was married to Sierra. So yours is actually worse than those two dudes because he's a beta male, but he don't want to marry you.
Don't talk negative about him. That's not cool.
I'm not talking there. I'm speaking the facts. Why are you not married to a man of multiple years that you have children from, ma'am?
You gotta ask him that. He'll tell you how he feels.
I'm asking you. You're not on the channel.
I just explained it to you.
Because he's afraid of marriage.
Here's the thing. Why are we discussing my relationship?
Since you're busy, we could talk again later on because I'm not going to do all this stuff. You got to be on the live stream. Your face got to be showing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when you get done with all this stuff, then hit me up. All right, sir. I'm listening.
All right, well, I think I'm pretty much about finished here. I mean, our community, it does really, we have to go ahead and address our men's situation. Again, I mean, I think education is key, but it's also, it has to start with the spirituality of it. You know what I mean? And we can't make dollar bill be our God, whereas so we're willing to go here and circumvent. And like I said, just stab people in the back over $1. Some of the things that I think about, just with, again, we just have to bring different talents and things together. We got to bring the people from the, the tradesmen people together, the white collar. I mean, we've all just got to come together and start making our own businesses and employing each other, and then not necessarily have a slave mentality as far as even how we distribute, resources, like how the money comes in. So I'm saying that, like, a lot of times most businesses now, like, the owner wants to go ahead and hold on to the bigger piece of the pie and not necessarily play as employees, necessarily a living wage and things. I think we have to get away from that. But again, I mean, we have to go ahead and just hold each other accountable and things. A lot of times the black church and things, black men, we're not in there in big droves because there's a lot more female centered, and even then it's a lot of single mothers and things that are in there. I mean, again, I'm just like, to me, when you start a family, you want to go ahead and look to finish it. I have all of, again, I think if anything, I would think of changing a lot of the laws where so the men had more custody, or even had the custody period. That'll slow a lot of things down. Every time you had a child, you got to keep it.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right, 100%
because,
right.
But again, but really, the children anyway, the children belong to the man. The children's our DNA. Really, the mother's actually the one on the outside. As far as even from a genetic standpoint, all the children that are produced come from the man. And then sometimes, again, I wanted to, the main thing I want to do with my sons, I want to make them better men, better husbands, better fathers than what I am. And I tell my life lessons, my journey, things that I've learned and experienced. And if we can get other men together and share that. A lot of times, men, we don't share, you don't necessarily have a relationship with another man, you can share your experience. I made plenty of mistakes. I had a relationship with my father. It was okay. It wasn't as great. But again, I want to have a better relationship with my children so that they have so that they can pass it on and we just be better. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree with you saying, man. I see what you're saying wholeheartedly. Yeah, I do. And I think you're
I appreciate your show. I mean, again, every time he comes on, I go here to listen to it. I mean, I love how you hit hard, man. You come on like, I think your things are normally like 7 to 10 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes long. Man, you hit it hard, and I love it. I think it's just a lot of accountability that we need on both sides. You know, I mean, I think
Amen.
some things we're unaware as far as how we need to go ahead and move as men, and again, we got to go ahead and change it, but we have the power within ourselves. But again, I mean, men are gonna have to come together. We come together. I think if anything, Black community, we have more alphas, quote unquote stigmas in our community than anything else. But at the same point, you still got to be able to go ahead and put those egos aside, and you got to do what's best for the team. I think that's one of the things we have to go ahead and work on. It's like, we can't always be a leader. Sometimes we just got to go ahead and roll up our sleeves and do whatever needs to be done.
I tell you what, I thank you for you calling to the live stream and showing your support, man. You're obviously intelligent, man. You got your own points of view, and they're right. A lot of my personal opinion. Thank you for your support as well. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this same topic again. I'm gonna probably when I do live streams, I'm gonna do them topics twice to give other people opportunity to respond to that same topic, and then I'll move to another topic and whatnot. But I think that lady need to realize she made a breakthrough. She don't even realize it. When she said that she was afraid of marriage,
I think that was powerful.
huh?
That was powerful.
That was very
It was.
powerful, man. But like, you got to keep working with the
It
system,
wasn't.
man. Basically.
And again, that's one of the things. Maybe I have to go ahead and take into account of myself. I mean, the thing is, when people are trying to make progress with things, you do have to go ahead and at least go ahead and give your hats and things. I think the thing is, again, they need to have a heart-to-heart conversation.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
say, hey, what am I not providing to you? And then you're not doing it as a manipulative way to try to circumvent. You really want to go ahead and look to improve. What kind of things can I do to go ahead and improve to provide for you, and flip it around on the other side. Say, hey, what am I looking? What do I want to get? So again, it becomes reciprocal. I think a lot of times in relationships, we can't necessarily go into them looking what I can take. You got to look at what I can get. And then it just keeps on feeding on each other.
Okay. Well, hold on one second,
So,
sir. Let me say this right quick. I got to
I'm gonna go ahead and
respond.
let you know, but I'm gonna continue to listen, Jeremy. I love your content. Keep on coming.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate you for tuning in to the show, man.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, sir. Have a good one.
Me?
Yes, hold on one
Yeah.
second. Now, one thing I got to say something to somebody. Christopher Taylor, the one who made the comment about doing a segment on paternity fraud. I actually have a video. It's one of my old videos that covers that. You may can find it on there. If not, if you like to, you can always come to the live stream. I'm gonna try to do them every Sunday at 1 o'clock for everybody who don't know. Starting. And Miss Nada, can you hold on for 1 second? I gotta use the restroom. Okay, can you hold on?
All right.
I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hello? I'm back.
You got me?
Yeah, I'm back.
How you feeling today, Jeremy?
I'm feeling good, man. What's going on with you now?
I actually wanted to thank the other guy that was on here. I love his perspective on things.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
He was a good
yeah,
guy.
he was real good.
All
You
right,
know, I'm
what's on
kind
your mind?
of what you saying.
What's on your mind? We're still on the same topic. What do you bring to the table?
Jeremy, what do you think we should bring to the table? What do you think we should? Because I know
Well,
you've
I
been
think
talking
y'all.
about it. Yeah, tell me what you
Well, I
think.
think what I said before. I think that y'all need to bring on femininity, which is humility, meekness, quietness, affectionate, pleasantness. Have a pleasant demeanor, a good
Uh
decorum.
huh.
You need to have submissiveness. You need to have the ability to cooperate with a man. Don't be disagreeable. Don't be argumentative all the time. Don't stop being defensive. You need to have a pleasant attitude. You need to have domestic skills, which is cooking, cleaning, raising children, shopping for the family, little basic things like that. And y'all need to have a pledge that y'all make to be fit. You know, stop letting yourselves go to where y'all get so big and then y'all get overweight and get obesity and get all kinds of health problems later on. Then y'all get worried about young, attractive women coming around your man because you let yourself go. So that's some of the things that I believe it goes further than that, more than that, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, what I think women should have to bring to the table. Because men are not interested in your income, we're not interested in your education. We're not really interested in a whole lot of things that you think. You can't go through life just being pretty either, because pretty is just a weak currency. It's not as valuable as gold and silver. When a woman is pretty, prettiness really is just a coupon. Why do I say a coupon? Because it still gives you accessibility to things, but a coupon
Mhm.
will expire, just like your looks will expire as you get older and gain weight. So if you're going to be with a man and serious about a man, you have to put that man first, meaning you put his desires first. If you are trying to be marriageable, like one of them people say, you need to stop wearing all these long ass eyelashes that you bat your eye, you knock somebody out. You know what I mean? Because it's so long. Stop wearing all these, everything that's ghettoish, throw it out the window and carry yourself like a lady. Look like a woman to us. So that's one of the things to answer your question. That's my answer to what you need to bring to the table.
What
And
do you
one
think? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
what you have to be willing to, also most important thing is be humble. Meaning with humility and meekness comes the ability to accept correction. Stop thinking that you're right all the time and actually listen to what the man is telling you, what the man wants, and stop belittling what the man wants. That's what I think, to answer your question.
What do you think? Men should bring to the table.
Men pretty much already bring everything to the table. We're gonna bring our masculinity, which is our whatever to say, our provisions, our resources, our leadership. We bring our protection. We bring a lot of things that we don't get credit for. They always say provision and protect, but a man is also a leader. We also a prophet in the household. We are the head of the household. We are the last say in the house. We are the men that's supposed to, if you have a child and the child asks the parent something, the mother something, and she say yes, if the man says no, then she got to go ahead and recant what she said and say no and go along with a man, because we are the men of the household. This is what men bring to the table. We bring direction. We bring instruction. We bring spirituality, depending on what type of denomination or belief that man may have. But most importantly, we bring direction and guidance. We bring authority. We bring structure. So that's what men bring to the table. But a lot of times women are not willing to accept that because they have gone through this whole thing where they must be independent. And when a woman says that she's independent, that means that she could be separated from any form of authority, any form of provision, because she can do it on her own. She got this. You get what I'm saying? You have to
What
be
do you
like the
think?
gentleman said before, interdependent.
What do you think that mentality comes from, though?
Where it comes from a whole lot of women who have lost their way. When I say they have lost their way, they have come from a point where they believe education trumps the man. See, education, government assistance, that trumps manhood now. That's the man now. Women run to the government assistance, careers and education and independence. That's the new man. That's their boyfriend. That's their husband now. They don't see us as something valuable. They see us as a utility. And the reason why a lot of you women cannot be submissive to a man is, like I said before, submissiveness follows that which is perceived to be valuable. A woman can go to a job and have management over her, and she'll submit to the instruction and the task that is given from management because she sees her job as valuable. But when it comes to a man, she don't see a man valuable enough or more valuable than a job. So now a woman can talk back, lie to her, be mean, you know what I mean, cheat on him, treat him like he ain't nothing, because she does not see the man as someone that is valuable. But at the same time, the woman wants the man to perceive her to be valuable. See, you can't have it that way. It can't be one way. You have to see the man as important, or if not more important than you are. Because when you are submissive, for example, when you have co-pilots, co-workers, what does that mean? If you have a job, or you say Pizza Hut brand is a brand. Nothing is more important than the brand that Pizza Hut has, which is great pizzas. You have a co-worker. You and that co-worker work together for the benefit of the brand, to keep the brand up. So women got this idea that they are co-workers, partners. No, you want to work with the man to keep him up. If you keep that man up there, the family is going to be blessed by it. Because whatever that man do and he benefits from, the whole family benefits from. See, even with a co-worker, there's always going to be one person that has more authority than the other, even though y'all working together to get the same goal. That man is the one that has the most authority, and you're working with him as the co-worker, so to speak. If you get my analogy here. So
yeah, I understand your analogy.
Man, submit to the man. If he is a good man, I'm not talking about an abusive man, but if he is a good man, you need to submit to that man. Because this is where y'all are out of pocket at. Whenever you put your kids before the man or put yourself before the man, the whole family out of whack. The man has a purpose other than paying for bills, other than giving you pipe. The man is important, but y'all have made black men feel like they're not important, that y'all can do it all on your own. This is why you are afraid, and other women are afraid of failed marriages. And don't get me wrong, there are bad examples of men out there. I'm not discounting that. There are bad men out there. There are. And a lot of those men have been raised by single mothers. They come out thinking they're supposed to save women, no matter what condition, no matter what mindset they have. If the woman ain't good, he'll still try to save her and make excuses as to why that woman is the way she is, and he'll try to save her. Modern day women who are single mothers who refuse to be married to good men are created the beta male simps that they are complaining about. The men that run around creating them.
I think a lot of the issues also are that in the black community, I feel like a lot of black women do coddle black men because they are always in fear that something is going to happen to a black man. You know, like especially if they have black sons, because it's an innate characteristic in a black woman to, you know, to be emotional, to be nurturing. And so because I don't have a son. And I've always like said, if I ever had a kid, I always kind of like didn't want a son because of the fact that the black community is ran by black male culture. Black male culture is one of the biggest problems, in my opinion, in the black community. You know, it's debatable, but the way that a lot of black men do things and run things, in my opinion, it kind of molds the women to be who they are. When you talk about women being masculine, right? And then I hear people say stuff like, you know, women don't smile a lot. But if you grew up in a place, let's say you grew up in like a Brooklyn, like East New York, somewhere like that, where it's like very treacherous, very dangerous. A woman can't really be out there and be in her soft and being soft and feminine because she has to like. I just want to finish my point. I wanted to finish my point, but go ahead.
With all due respect to you, to speak to the point that you made, that is that's nothing but an excuse, okay? I was in the military. I was stationed overseas in Japan for a long period of time. And I did see people who kind of say what you're saying, as women or men, that when they were in Japan, they were from New York. And when they were in Japan, all they saw was New York. They responded the same way they would if they was in New York. They treated people the same way they was in New York. Ma'am, you got to hold yourself accountable and realize that you have to change. Everybody's not the same. Now, in order to do, you make a whole lot of blanket statements about men, okay? Not every man is the same. Okay, they're not. They're just not. Regardless if they're biracial or whatever it may be, that is an excuse. You are responsible and accountable for your own personal behavior and how you interact with other people, man. Okay? You're going to have to take responsibility. And stop blaming the reason why you are failing in one area or another on the actions of other people. They didn't get it right, so that means it ain't gonna work out for me. They did it wrong, so that means it's gonna work out wrong for me. You can't live in fear for the rest of your life of what may or may not happen. And that's what I've been getting from you the whole entire time.
But you just said the same. Listen, okay, we're having a conversation, right? Because I don't want you to feel like I'm being quote unquote masculine. It's just that we're talking. Okay, I just want to put that out there. But you know, you and other guys that I see that's in the sector of YouTube, you guys like to blame single mothers for everything. So when is it that the men are going to take accountability? If they're like the guy that had the gun waving it in the video, what's his name, the basketball player? I've seen some people, like,
Ma'am,
I'm just using an example.
Ma'am,
I
what does that
can't get my point
have
across.
to do with what we're talking about? All right.
Because
No, ma'am, you come on this show being defensive the whole time. You talking about, are you a single mother, ma'am?
no, I'm not.
You're not a single mother, but you're not
No.
married, you have kids, but you live with a dude. So technically, you are a single mother.
Okay, I'm not married, but we're in the same roof, so I guess.
Speaking to the point that you made, I don't know why you get upset. I'm telling you, if you got kids and you're not married to the man that you're with, technically, you will be considered a baby mama because you are not married. Does that make sense?
I'm not a baby mama.
All right, ma'am. Do you have children?
I'm not a baby mama.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Are you a mother?
Yes, but I'm not a baby mother. I don't like that term.
Do you have children or are you married? You're not married, right?
Why did I just try to give you a point about something and you just switched up?
I'm just asking you. I'm just driving the point on. You have children, right? You are a mother, right? Right? You're not gonna talk now? We got the show then.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but you just I just try to
answer back, man. I need you to respond. You have children, right?
You know what? Of course. We didn't discuss this plenty of times. We already discussed this.
Man, I'm trying to show you how to take accountability because you're getting upset over the silliest things right now. Are you a mother?
Yes, sir.
Are you married?
No.
So that means you're a baby mother, even if you're living with him. You are a baby mama.
If that's what you want to say, okay.
Okay, all right. Let's take it like this. A lot of people out here, gentlemen, I think you should see, you can probably see the comments too, right? If you think this woman is a baby mother, put that in the comments because a woman who is not married, who has children, is a baby mother. You are a baby mama, ma'am. The only way you change that if you get married, then you would be a woman that's married will have children. All right, you are a baby mama. And I'm not saying nothing bad, I'm just saying you're a baby mama. So, ma'am, if you want to change this community, my thing is you're afraid of marriage for whatever reason it is, and I think you are taking these lame excuses, blame on everybody else, why you shouldn't be married to a man or anything because somebody else did something wrong and somebody else. That's all, ma'am. You just need some therapy. You need to work it out. You and your biracial husband need to work it out. Have a conversation. Say, look, what do I need to do to convince you that it's safe to marry me? Have you had that conversation? What do I need to do to dispel all the fears that you have about marriage, sir? What do I have to be to make you feel comfortable marrying?
Jeremy, can I ask you a question?
No,
Jeremy, can I ask you a question?
You can answer what I said first.
I've answered the question. I've answered it a million times already, Jeremy.
You deflect and go. You go left and right, up and down. You walk. You talk about a man waving a gun on a basketball play. Oh no, you keep going.
Talk about accountability.
You're at deflection here.
No, so Jeremy, we were talking about accountability, right? That's what you had. That's what,
then, ma'am. Are you a baby mother?
Oh God, you know what? You're doing too much. No, I don't think I'm a baby mama. But if you say I'm a baby mama, all right, we'll just go with it.
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask you this: in the relationship that you're in right now, have y'all ever separated?
Never.
So y'all been together for how long? Please remind me, please.
Why are you so invested in my relationship?
Ma'am, we're talking about accountability, right? You just brought. I'm going along with it. How long have y'all been together, ma'am?
You know what accountability is in our relationship?
Ma'am, don't overtalk me. I'm asking you a question, please. How long have y'all been together? I'm saying it
been together
ma'am.
For a while. We've been together for a while, Jeremy.
Can you put a number on it, ma'am?
No.
Okay, then we can't make any progress if you're not going to yield information, ma'am. Because we already had a
Jeremy, I done gave you so much information already.
Yeah, ma'am. Every time I ask you a question and it starts to rub you the wrong way, or it's too personal for you, and you start to see things about yourself, you try to run from it. Women are good at running. I'm telling you, women are good at leaving. That's why there's so many divorce rates where women are initiating divorce, because women don't have what the older generation women had, where they will stay and make things work. Anytime things get uncomfortable, y'all run from it. It could be in a conversation, it could be in relationships. So I'm asking you a question.
Jeremy,
that is uncomfortable. Can you handle it?
Jeremy, can I ask you a question?
No, you cannot. I want you to answer my question.
Wow. I need to open up a panel so that you can come on so I can dictate it
No,
because
we don't need to do any of that, ma'am. No, we don't. I need you to be a real woman because you think you're a real woman, right? Be real, be accountable, and answer my question.
Jeremy, I didn't come up here to talk about my life. I done gave you enough already.
Yes, you did. Because the name of the topic is what do black women bring to the table? You're a
That's
black
what we
woman,
were talking. That's what we were talking about. But you keep deviating and trying to talk about marriage to me. We're not talking about marriage.
Ma'am, I'm not going to argue with you. If you're not going to answer, all right. What do you have to bring to the table? Crickets. What do you have to bring to the table? Answer the question, like Mr. Clarence Dunn said. In Black America, I saw you. Right. So tell me, what do you have to bring to a table?
I bring whatever it is to the table that needs to get done in the household. That's what I bring to the table.
So you bring a vague answer to the question.
It varies. It varies all over the place. I bring love to the table. I bring taking care of the kids to the table. I bring cooking to the table. I'm in the laundry room right now washing clothes. I bring that to the table. I bring a clean house to the table. Being pleasant. You know, this is why I jumped this panel because I'm like kind of sick and tired of like black men bashing black women all day. It's annoying.
No, this ain't a channel that bashes black women. I point out things that black women. Now let me ask you something. Have you watched my videos for any length of time? Like, have you watched more than 3 videos? Have you watched any of my content other than the live stream? Have you watched any of my videos, man?
I just explained to you what happened was that this video got shown in my algorithm, and so I went to your live.
The answer no. Is the answer no?
No. Let me finish. I went to your live and I went to your other videos while I was on your live. I went and looked at all the title of the videos.
Ma'am, have you watched my video? I asked you that. You keep going on a long-winded answer. Have you watched my videos other than this live stream? Have you watched them from beginning to end?
I watched 5 minutes of a video that you said something about hygiene.
Okay, now let me say this. If you would really watch my videos, ma'am, I mean, like a lot of them, not just one over hygiene. You will find in my videos that I am talking to black community. When I talk to black women, you will find that I am highlighting the issues that black men are saying they are having with black women. And if you watch some of my other videos, you'll find parts where I say that we need black women, we need black men to come together for marriage. And you'll also find where I say men are leaving and going overseas with the passport bro movement, all because black women attitude. Y'all don't value us. Y'all don't respect us. You don't love us. That's the reason why my videos exist. When you come on live stream, I only watch 5 minutes out of over the 100 videos that I posted. You don't have no idea about what I say. 5 minutes is not enough for you to understand where I come from, man.
Jeremy, is it possible that we can have a dialogue?
Ma'am, I've been trying to, every time we have a dialogue and you say something, I stop you to address a point you made. You start talking about everything else.
No, because I want to know what remember you just said something about us having attitudes. Don't you think black men have severe attitudes also?
We're not talking about black men. See, all right, the one thing you're not going to do, and any other women that's on here, you're not going to come over here and talk about the men on my channel or men out there. If you come over here, you need to know that it's about addressing the problems that black women are having with black men. Don't come here saying men. Start saying, this is what I need to fix. Or you can say stuff like, I noticed this type of behavior in other black women. How do we address that? That's what you come here for. You don't come here talking about men. This is a men's channel. So please, ma'am, what do you have to bring to the table other than the things you said? Because what I find amazing with black women, domestic skills such as cooking and cleaning, they act like, and it's good to have these traits. It's good to have them. But they act like that's the creme de la creme. Like, I cook and I clean. That's what y'all supposed to do anyway. So other than cooking and cleaning, because most men can cook and clean for themselves, so you have to bring to the table.
But Jeremy, you and like some of the guys in the comments were saying that we don't cook, we don't clean.
Y'all don't. A lot of you don't. So I'm going back to other than the stuff you're supposed to do, other than the baseline, basic things of cooking and cleaning that a woman's supposed to do.
Black women tend to have you probably find this masculine, but black women tend to have black men's back more than themselves.
That's not true.
They're very. I'm telling you my story, my point of view. You want to know my point of view, right?
Black women agree with it. I agree.
Okay. Black
hear
women
you.
are very 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 supportive of black men. Supportive
Okay, now,
to the
I heard
to
that
the
point.
to the
Let me
T.
let me speak to your point. Let me speak to
Uh-huh.
your point that you just made. How
hmm
is it that black women have black men's back when the majority of black women are filing for divorce for reasons other than abuse, for reasons such as money not right, not having enough money in the household, the money not going where it's supposed to be, because they're bored. They're bored living a lifestyle. Their man is boring. I'm tired of living in a mediocre life. I want to be up here on this level, we down on this level. So how is it that black women have black men back there, but as soon as they struggle, they divorce them and leave? Now,
That's not necessarily true. The reason, can I talk, Jeremy?
yes.
The main culprit, I'm gonna tell you the reason why black women are divorcing black men at higher rates is because of infidelity. It's because, like you said, besides abuse, but abuse is one of them, and because of lack of resources.
So you're telling me so women are not cheating as much as men?
If let me say this right here, if black women were out here cheating at astronomical rates like black men, the femicide rate would be higher than what it is.
All right, let me read something to you, ma'am, because I'm going to blow that out the water. I'm going to give you my source. The source that I'm about to cite from in regards to black men and no women cheating, it comes from the Journal of Marital and Family Therapy. You can look that up for yourself, and anyone else can too. Now, I'm going to show it to the camera too after I say this. 57% of men overall, man, I might have this. Hold on. I might can put this on there for you to see, man. Hold on. Hope I have it. I may not have it. 1 second. That way you can see that I'm not lying. There you go. Can you read that? Can you see that, ma'am? Can you see that on the screen? It says 57% of men overall admit to committing infidelity at some point in their lives. 54% of women overall admit to committing infidelity in one or more of their relationships. 22% of married men admit to having at least. You see all this stuff that I'm throwing at you, ma'am? So if you look at 57% and you look at women who have 54% of cheating, that's only 3% difference. So women are committing infidelity, adultery, and cheating on their men damn near the same amount that men are doing it to their women. So your whole argument is bogus. It's not. You may think that. I know you believe that, but according to the numbers, according to the percentages, women are cheating almost as much as the men are, and women are divorcing men for adultery, not because the men did it, because they did it.
Is that black women or women in general?
That's all women, ma'am. That's black
all women. Okay. Let me speak on behalf of black women.
Ma'am. When they take clinical studies, they also do racial demographics when they do clinical studies. This also includes black women. And this is what amazes me. I done gave you several sources in the conversation earlier, from the CDC, BM, all that stuff, and you still argue with it. I don't know these people. They made these studies. So I'm telling you, black women are not as clean as they would like to come across as. Y'all are cheating on men just as much as men are cheating on you. Okay?
Jeremy, let me say this, Jeremy. Black women love black men. I'm telling you, like.
No, you don't.
I don't. Yes, they do. I'm telling you, they do. They do, Jeremy. We can go back and forth with this. They do. Black women don't even like other races of men. They only like black men. They will
so
stay
with. All right. Why are you with a man that's biracial if you love black men? Why
because we actually, to be honest with you, we met at the library, right?
Okay, now I'm asking.
And when I met him, he because he looked like a black man. I didn't know he was mixed race.
But he's black. He looked black on the outside.
Yeah, he looked black on the outside. Yeah.
You love him. You love him.
Of course.
Then why don't you marry him? Because you said black women love black men.
Black men are the gatekeepers of marriage. He would have to be the one to do that.
Ma'am, have you asked him to marry you? Or have you asked him why he hasn't married you? Let me ask you that. Have you asked him why he hasn't married you?
Yeah, that's why I gave you the whole situation of, you know what I'm saying? See here. Yeah.
And you're willing to accept that?
So what would you want me to do? Would you want me to?
You want to be forever single almost. You're not
single. Do you want me to? Jeremy, let me ask you this right here. So you think it'll be wise for me to just walk away from him and just really be out there by myself with our kids?
I'm gonna tell you why I think you failed at, ma'am. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think you failed by having one How many people you got? 2 children?
One.
You fail by having a child with a man without having a requirement of marriage to get go. You should have. This is where you failed at, because there's no. How old are you again? About 38, 40? What you say? How old are you? 30s?
I'm way younger than you.
20s? 20s?
No. Oh God.
30?
Yeah.
Man,
let me see here.
I'm not asking you to give me your actual age. I'm saying, are you
Yes,
in your 30s?
yes, I'm in my 30s, my lower 30s, yes.
Right. For a woman who is a baby mama, like it or not, you have one child, you're not married, you're in your 30s. Life is not going to get better for you. Your options is dwindling away when it comes to men. I'm being honest with you. Y'all not married, so there's no obligation, there's no commitment. You need
Jeremy,
to
that's not like a threat to me though. That's not.
Man, ain't nobody talking about threats. No, I'm telling you, your options are going away. The older you get,
Jeremy, I don't care about that. Jeremy, let me tell you something. I don't care about that.
With respect to you, with all due respect to you, I can tell you that you're overweight. Okay? I'm not saying that
Jeremy, I'm not. My face is round, Jeremy. I'm far from overweight, Jeremy.
I didn't say that you're overweight.
I'm far from overweight, Jeremy.
Ma'am, how tall are you?
You're not about to pull that Kevin Samuel stuff on me.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, how tall are you?
Jeremy, you're way more overweight than I could ever be, honey. I'm looking at you.
Ma'am, how tall are you?
Jeremy, I'm 5'8".
You 5'8". And how much you weigh?
None of your business. You shouldn't ask a woman that. You shouldn't ask a woman how much she weighs.
Only a woman who is overweight will not give her weight out.
I'm far from overweight, Jeremy.
Okay, but you're overweight. That's why you're sensitive about the issue. You are overweight.
No, I'm
man.
not. No, I'm not. I'm not overweight.
The older you get, the more bigger you're going to get. You're going to start walking around shaped like the letter O.
Jeremy, you're overweight and you drink and you smoke.
Ma'am, I'm not the one who got a kid with a man from high school.
Are you gonna make it a 50?
You are a baby mother. You are a baby mom. It's different from being a woman who's married.
Jeremy,
who is a widow and who died and has kids. That's different. You are just a regular, run-of-the-mill black baby mama. There's nothing.
Jeremy, you have hit the wall. You have hit the wall. You can never get another black woman. You will never get a black woman, Jeremy. No woman will ever date you.
All right. I'm gonna have to go ahead and mute her, and all of you gentlemen, listen to this right here. Y'all can look at her and tell her she's overweight. You can see that on her. And that's just, we can't hear you, ma'am. You're muted because you're trying to be rude. She's overweight. She don't want to accept responsibility for her life. She is a baby mother because she's not married. We all know this. And if this man even exists that she's talking about, if he exists, y'all get what I'm saying? Why ain't he married her? And I can tell by the way she act with us, she's just disagreeable. You need some discipline, like Andy B said. You needed some discipline. You need some discipline. You got a beta male man. If he exists, that's a beta male. Taking care of a whole family. He don't want to marry a woman. He don't love you enough. He might care, but he don't love you enough to marry you. Then he don't love you. When a person loves somebody, they gonna marry him if they are together. You don't want to believe that. If that man loved you, or I think you're the problem. Because most men want to be with their children. They usually want to get away from the woman, but they really want to be around their children. Go ahead and speak.
Jeremy, you have hit the wall. You're overweight. We don't even know if you're going to make it a 50 or not, Jeremy.
All right. Let's go ahead and remove you. Y'all see that, gentlemen? I went over and kicked her out because when things get hot, these type of modern day women, they go to the insults and the disrespect because I'm hitting too close to home. All of you know, if a man is with a woman, have kids and live with them for over 10, 15 years, and he's not marrying that woman, there's something wrong with that woman. Y'all know this. Well, gentlemen, I'm about to close it. I'll be back again next Sunday, same time, at 1 o'clock. Hopefully I have some more gentlemen call. Women, you're more than welcome to call. Just don't sound like this moron I just spoke to. And I'm trying to read some of the comments. Andy B, thank you. The Decipher, thank you. Clarence Dunn, thank you. So many I can't really get to. The Masculine Frame, thank you. Sports Guru, thank y'all for y'all support, man. I do appreciate that. Y'all have a good one. In and out.